this is your first time or your usual time with us, then welcome to XboxEra. We provide a platform for the Xbox community from our forums and Discord, our main site with the latest news and reviews, and our podcasts like the XboxEra podcast and You Had Me at Halo. We exist, our focus on the Xbox platform front and center, because so many media publications out there don't. We love this community and believe Xbox really can be the very best place to play. If you love what we do, help us. You can join as a YouTube member, or even better, subscribe to us on Patreon. You help us grow and get plenty of perks to enjoy as a token of our appreciation. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. And as always, thanks for sticking around. This podcast is brought to you by executive producers Torn Raptor and Top. Friends, and welcome to episode 172 of the XboxEra podcast. I am loving the Lord of the Rings theme this week. Thank you, Nick. As always, XboxEra, the Xbox-centric publication funded by and for our community. We love you guys. If this is your first time with us, welcome. If this is your usual time with us, welcome back. If you love what we do, as always, enjoy your weekly reminder of my dulcet tones asking, begging, pleading with you to support us directly on Patreon via patreon.com/XboxEra so that you can help us grow and become like world domineering forces in games media. As usual, I'm joined by Special Nick.
What's going on?
I'm feeling despite like 3 hours sleep, exuberant. Jesse's here as well.
Hello.
Hi. Is the audio working? Is everything working? Are we happy in life?
It is, because it's all in StreamYard, so it's all working just fine.
God bless it. Yeah. So, and big thank you to Predrag for these backgrounds, right?
Keen-eyed viewers will be like, hold on, they're in StreamYard, but they have like a cool animated background. How is this possible? Well, Special Nick, co-founder and podcast lead, managed to find a way to still have us look as close to our usual selves as possible while being in StreamYard.
Hey, you might be a co-founder, right? But if you got one of these, Yeah, I
was going to say, make sure you cover that number.
Yeah, I am. I'm covering up my phone number.
No, I do not.
Pretty much. Look how cool. Like I said, Predrag, can you whip me up a business card to like hand out when I'm at Gamescom for networking? Look at the coolness of this design, man.
It is. It's very cool.
Why is he so good?
To be fair, back when I was a graphic designer, business cards were actually one of my specialties. I used to do some magic.
Do you approve of his work?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's funny that the package turned up like soaked through. Like I was sitting here at my desk, my window's right here, and the postie comes through and he goes, yeah, I've got a Vistaprint package, but it's mullered and it's soaking wet. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, God.
And he was like, well, I mean, you want to check them out, see if they're good? You can refuse delivery. We can tell them they're water damaged, and I checked them out. They were fine, miraculously. But I was just like, I wrote to them, I was like, they came damaged, so I think I'll probably get some more.
You've had a couple of miracles around printed things this week, huh?
Well, and do you know what? I'll see if I can throw you a picture. Right. So, a quick update of the book, and I need to sit down and do a Kickstarter update tomorrow. So, for backers of the book, I'm going to be super transparent here, probably more so than I should be. 2 years ago, and it depresses me that is a sentence I have to start with. When we did this thing, we included delivery costs, etc., into the backing project because obviously we need to ship these things out. 2 years is a long time. The cost for sending to America alone has doubled. So
it's put us in
a bit of a jam. Now, I'm working with our delivery company and everybody else to find a way through that. But yesterday, there was a fire. Don't panic, everybody. The books are fine. But the building next to the publisher caught alight and required 11 fire crews. So I'm seeing these pictures, and my missus was like, Purdy's industrial state, like these guys, like it's here on the map, and I'm like to our guy, like, hey Trevor, you know, like, is everything okay? And he was like, we're all fine, everything's fine. But yeah, we've agreed with our partners that to save on some costs, and look, it means a lot to me, this project. I'm going to be taking a couple of days annual leave, and I will be manually packaging 600 books myself. Just because, do you know how much that saves? XboxEra? $2 grand. $2 grand.
Probably a lot.
So,
kids want to stay home from school.
Yeah, well, I'll have to find a way to juggle the children, but that is the delay. I need to write all this.
Oh, no, I'm saying have them pack with you.
Yeah, well, Jacob, he might keep his interest for like an hour, maybe, but Harry would be like running around tearing down.
I know you're the way you've talked about your son. Just keep some snacks around, some candy.
You say that. Do you know what? I'm really proud of him of late. Right, one of my partner's friends was like, hey, my kids are 14, 15, got a load of books. My son loves reading, loves it as much as I used to, and he reads a lot of these Tom Gates books. Have you read these? They're like, the whole book is printed like a comic book train of thought, so it's all like little doodles and like bubble writing, and sometimes it will be normal kind of handwriting style. But she came round for 25 quid. I said, how much do you want from 25 quid? She came around with 3 bags. It's nearly 100 books of all of these like kid classics, like Roald Dahl, Tom Gates, Harry Potter, everything. Right. And Jacob could not believe his eyes. He felt like he'd won the lottery. He was just like, ah. So he's really coming into his own now. So I'm a little semi-proud dad.
Anyway, the stuff anywhere in his room that's still full of empty snack packages, though.
I have to keep going up and checking regularly. He is a proper little gamer. You're like, dude, dinner. He'll be like, can I eat it at my desk? I'm playing Minecraft with X,
he's gonna get to, possibly in November. He's gonna get to experience the Halo Infinite Mountain Dew. If you maybe might have to import it in, but supposedly it's coming back.
I can't let my kids have anywhere near an energy drink. I'm not that foolish.
Oh, just regular Mountain Dew. So
mine
soda.
had that. What did mine get? What's that Logan Paul one? Prime?
Oh no, that's
my god! That stuff tastes horrible. It smells gross, and my kids are like, "Oh, I've got Prime," and we're checking out like the ingredients and stuff, and that stuff appears to be straight up like just chemicals in a bottle. And I know everything is chemicals, but like almost like straight up bloody poison. Almost, it's just full on. Wow.
Yeah. Do you know what a good antidote to any kind of poison or bad feeling is? Hitting the like button on your favorite Xbox podcast.
Don't worry about
second
Prime.
favorite.
Don't worry about Prime. This is what you get. Drink and Jesse, do you happen to have that shaker nearby? I forgot to tell you to get the shaker, that new shaker. I forgot to tell you to get that new shaker before the show. While Jesse gets that brand new shaker, make sure to go to www.drinkcontrol.com/XboxEra and then use our code to get yourself a nice bag of... That's the new shaker, I think, that's coming out.
When are they going to release some branded XboxEra control?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask about that.
What would the flavor
Maybe we should ask about that.
Bedroom coffee flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a word with the marketing team, Nick.
Yeah.
You need to have a little chat with these guys. All right.
Yeah, that's that shaker that Jesse just showed comes out, I think, very soon.
No, it was. Man, I feel special.
It's called the Trademark Shaker.
Because it's got the trademark on it.
Well, I'm just having a look, and maybe we showed it too early, but
please don't show that shaker to anyone.
I'm just reading the DM from Alex now, and I'm like,
oh no.
Yeah, okay. So maybe we showed it too early. That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
We'll show
Very
it again
exuberant
next week.
because we love Control so much.
Forget you. Where's my Men in Black? Where's my Men in Black memory wiper thing to say, hey, you didn't see anything?
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. I'll try it. Hang on, I'll try and.
But seriously,
you
like,
know.
this stuff is
These are
very
the only
nice.
shakers I have. I don't have any other shakers. Just these two.
There's no other shakers. There's just, and I have this shaker. That's it. That's all there is. They're the
I
only
don't have.
shakers
I
that
don't have any
exist.
shakers. No one
You
loves me. No one
forgot
sends me any
about that
care
other
packages.
shaker. You didn't see anything. You'll see it next week.
I
should have read that DM before we went live.
Whoops.
There have
Yeah,
been times
just
where
to-
I've
just
said,
to
I'm
try again.
reviewing X game, and then I read the review guide. I'm like, oh. Hope no one
Yeah.
Yeah,
notices.
you're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Okay.
I'm honest-
Speaking of games,
Can't say what I'm
speaking of games,
Yes.
before we get started into the news this week, two very important issues. One, please do hit that like button. If you're watching us live right now, there's over 100 of you guys. Let's get that number up. You know, tell your friends, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and so on and so on. Name that film.
No.
Come on. It's Wayne's World.
I don't-
2.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I haven't
seen
those
that movie
movies
in
in
like
a
30
long
years.
time.
Still classics. But yeah, hit that like button. We love you guys lots. But what games have we been playing?
I finally beat Dead Space. And I've started a new game plus in Dead Space on hard mode.
Is that fun, is it?
It's fine at the moment because new game plus, so everything of all my stuff's fully powered up. So it's not too bad so far. What else have I been playing? I quickly restarted and put Alan Wake Remastered into quick resume because it had left, so I need to put it back in. Can I ask a question, by the way? With Marvel's Avengers, you know how you get everything unlocked now? If I start the game after the game gets switched off, the servers and everything gets switched off, do I still get all the stuff, or do I need to have started the game?
No idea. Interesting
Zero
question.
clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't help you on that one.
Random question. But anyway, aside from that, yeah, I don't think anything new. It's just the usual stuff.
Well, I have
Just
been
waiting.
playing.
Waiting for Mario and Sonic.
Oh,
I'm
you're waiting for the two non-Xbox. Okay, no worries. Just checking, bro.
Hey, Sonic will be an Xbox IP eventually. Don't worry
Sooner
about
than
that,
you
mate.
think.
Don't worry, mate. Sonic will be an
Mario.
Xbox
It's
IP
coming
eventually.
home.
Sonic's
Well,
coming home, mate.
I've been playing.
Join his buddy Crash.
I've been playing Stray.
Oh, really?
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for the additional code. Most appreciated. What to say?
is
Like,
it
I'm not doing the
good?
review. I think Ursula is doing the review, which is imminent. Yeah. But I would say that, like, I mean, look, it's been out on PlayStation for yonks, right? So there's no spoilers. But I'm going to spoil
No.
a little bit. It's a game about playing as a cat, and to start, it's like, oh wow, cool cat things. Like, and they keep the cat things up, but then they introduce sci-fi stuff, and it kind of loses its way a little bit. But it's an Annapurna gig. And aside from some, cats are funny creatures, so there's some occasional animation oddities. It's charming, I can understand why it got some of the love. Like, it's very pretty at times, but equally, it kind of loses its way a little bit gameplay wise. But it's having fun with it, and I know it's not coming to Game Pass; it's just a straight release.
Yeah.
It's only
But
23
keep an eye
bucks
out
on
for-
sale.
Is it? It's on sale. There you go. Well,
Mhm.
worth a go.
But if you want a game that is actually about cats and not a robot apocalypse, then play Little Kitty Big City. That is coming out next
that's
year
coming.
into Game Pass, and that actually is a game about living the life of a cat. And it was
Well,
great.
what's not
I played
to
the demo.
I believe it's going to be at
Streams,
Gamescom.
you know what's not to like is obviously this stream. Still barely have
Well,
any.
people not liking the stream. Here we are, working our butts off for you guys. It's fine.
Some of us are.
Jesse, what about you? Have you been playing anything you can talk about, or are you just like silent?
I've been playing things I can't talk about. It's not Starfield. Jesus Christ. No, I don't. Don't expect. So for any of the bigger games, just don't ever. We can almost never say, yeah, that's it. I'm playing it. Unless you literally see everybody doing it at the exact same time as a marketing beat. So none of the big things. I did play Baldur's Gate 3 on stream. I played it for 3 hours. and that's like a 100th of the game. So I feel like an expert now. I see the quality. Everything about that is a step above Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, which were already fantastic. Like the production value, everything about it, the writing's excellent. I'm not the biggest fan of that style of combat. It's extremely turn-based. It's like you are playing Dungeons and Dragons. So like it's super hardcore turn-based. You can put it on easy and not have to worry very much, but it's still kind of long even when you do. But outside of that, it seems incredible. And the things I've seen people doing in streams, I'm definitely want to review that one when it's closer to coming out on Xbox. And other than that, I have put out a review for Atlas Fallen, which
this was the Crackdown.
Yeah, Crackdown meets old school God of War meets really bad Eurojank. So
interesting.
It's
combination.
Very fun to play in short bursts because it's also very repetitive, but it's a crazy big melee action platformer. Really great movement, very fun combat, a terrible story with bad writing, and very fuzzy. But there are times where it looks really nice.
Yeah.
What did Jordan Miller saying he's playing Starfield would be crazy. Why would somebody actually say that if they were? But yeah, Atlas Fallen is very much in that. This is just a solid 7 out of 10. That's coming out right when there's so many games hitting that, much like something I am reviewing and can talk that I am reviewing about, Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, which is that almost real-time strategy game from Mimimi, who did Desperados and Shadow Tactics. That's coming out next week, and it just feels like pretty much anything that's not a big AAA game and isn't on Game Pass or PS Plus is running the risk of getting lost in the incredibly busy shuffle. We're not even doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's another one that's hitting.
Yeah, it's I don't even, it's crazy, the schedule at the moment, in terms of impact. Like, it's just absolutely nuts. It's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out, really. Like, it's not going to be long now until Starfield is here, and then I guess we'll find out whether it was worth all the fuss, right? Like, it's going to be interesting, intriguing, but yeah. Cool. Okay, games we've been playing. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I would say we can't say. So I know like people are probably playing, like the bigger sites get things earlier than we do. They just do. They get to do previews. They get all that stuff. We're hopeful. We'll see. You never know until you have it, but we're hopeful to do like Armored Core. We're hopeful to do Sea of Stars. Hopeful to do Immortals of Avium, which will be John's, which will be really funny because you've got to go to Gamescom. So you'd have like 3 or 4 days.
I have a date for when that's coming, and yeah, it's going to be a tough.
Even saying that can get you in trouble. But also, and then we're hopeful to be able to review Starfield. We'll see. You'll know once we are allowed to make things public if we got it or not.
Yeah, it's weird being in this weird, not quite up there with the big boys, trying to muddle our way through.
Yeah, it's weird. We get reviews. We don't get previews. And I always wonder why.
And it's because it's reach based, and it's like it makes it. It's kind of like the chicken and the egg. Oh well, we can't give you the preview because you don't have the reach. Well, we can't get the reach because you won't give us the previews. So, who's jumping first? Do you know what I mean? It's really frustrating. This industry. But there you go. It is what it is, peoples. Not much we can do about it. But yeah, there you go. That's what we've been playing.
Yep.
And while we're on the topic of Gamescom being brought up, if folks are keen to, I've got some appointments to see some games, but if folks are keen on seeing a particular thing, let me know. Drop me a DM, write it in the chat, put a post up in the forums, give me a DM anywhere that you can, Discord, whatever, and I will do my best to check out whatever it is you want to check out, unless it's something terrible, in which case I'll lie to you and say that the queue is really long. Wait, no, did I say that out loud? Anyway, let's talk about the news. Nick, you went all Lord of the Rings themed on us this week with the podcast.
I couldn't think of anything else because New Zealand approved.
There was video game news. There wasn't huge Xbox news. There was a decent amount of video game news.
Yeah. There's not much Xbox focused stuff, and that was probably the biggest Xbox bit, unless you count like crazy overreactions to FUD. Yeah, we'll get to that. But yes, New Zealand approved the ABK acquisition. So is Australia going to follow soon? Or are you waiting for the final verdict from the UK?
It's a bit bloody time New Zealand approved it.
You got any pleats?
Yeah. Sweet as, bro. New Zealand
Have you seen
finally approved it. What?
Have you seen that YouTube video? It's it's a silly animation about a beached whale. And he's like, I'm beached is, bro.
I think I have.
Beached is. He's like, do you want a chep? A chep?
Yeah.
I can only eat plankton. It always cracks me up.
So funny. It's such a funny accent. There's it almost feels like a blend between Australian and South African.
Yeah. Are you a Flight of the Conchords fan?
It's not bad. It's not a bad show.
Yeah, there's some really good songs.
What is it? Something we do in the shadows?
Yeah, what we do in the shadows is brilliant.
Yeah. What we do in the shadows as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. But I was surprised because New Zealand was looking like they were teetering on, taking the side of the motherland and blocking it like the CMA, and then I don't know.
They know now. They know now. The CMA's made it clear. Like the tribunal judge pretty much said, "This is going to happen. Just make it happen." And they're like, "Okay, we've got our way. We have to do it. It just is going to take another month or so." And then everyone's like, "Yep, it'll be done probably end of August. We'll extend to October because we know how governments are." But yeah, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, I still wouldn't be surprised to see the ACCC in Australia just be dickheads about it and be like, "Well, England wanted to block it. Maybe we should block it." And then we don't get any ABK because Microsoft will be like, Australia. Just pull everything out of here. I mean, nothing will change for me, but like for everyone else,
Nintendo platforms anyway. So
for everyone else here that like plays on Xbox, they'll be upset. But
yeah,
they'll just pull everything straight out of Australia. They won't give a shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, I don't know. All jokes aside, I'd wager that if the CMA ends up approving, which it looks like they will, I think. Or will the CMA
there was meant to be a vague timeline of this week, and I saw weirdly devoted, like really devoted to this as a topic of news. But I guess his engagement figures must be really good. Analyst and general acquisition expert Florian Mueller, he was saying that, hey, it should be like, but if it's not like by the end of Friday, which is obviously yesterday, don't worry, don't panic. It just means they've missed their guideline. Like they'll come out with something next week. So now we're waiting for next week, and then we'll find out some more. So hold on to your butts. We'll probably get some news this coming week, and then we get to chat about it next week. And the cycle continues, and on we go, round and round. Where we stop, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But hey, there you go. Acquisition fun.
Yes.
Who'd have thought we'd be talking about this a year and a half?
That's it, isn't it? It's just Australia left.
Australia,
Canada
passed their.
Oh,
they passed their we can object, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, "But we."
Yeah, FTC, Australia, CMA. It's still just those three.
Yeah,
but FTC they're kind of just ignoring now.
Yeah.
And they put it in there. They even put it in their extension that they could just close over without the CMA.
Yeah,
they added that proviso now.
Without the CMA,
yep,
or the FTC.
No, without the CMA. They changed it so that even if they didn't, that was one of the things they changed in the extension.
Oh, that could get spicy, couldn't it? I didn't realize that.
Well, good. I'm glad they've done that. Because if the CMA can just turn around and say, well, we speak on behalf of the world.
Yeah, we're the world police.
You may Microsoft should be Microsoft should be able to go, well, we speak on behalf of ourselves around the world. And we'll just close all around you.
Yeah.
Bugger ya. Man,
I know you're
God,
looking forward to
surely-
this being over, right? You must be.
This has to be the home stretch now, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
has to be the home stretch.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much done. It's just
Yeah.
I want it to be done just so they can move on to whatever other acquisitions they've got planned. Like whatever gets me closer to Sega that's
That's the one you
all
want.
I care about. That's all I care about.
That's the one I want. Shoe up, up. Oh, wait. Sorry.
That's all I care about. That
Soon.
and also the backwards compatibility, that last batch of ABK games that should be going backwards compatible once they're done. I want that
According
too.
to your theory.
No, according to my sources.
Oh.
It was a
Interesting.
rumor mill. It was like a rumor mill ages
Mhm.
ago that there was supposed to be one final batch of backwards compatible games once ABK goes through, which would be a bunch of games that were probably held up by licensing.
Ah, okay.
But if they
Makes
own
sense.
ABK,
Yeah, but those
I-
licenses might be with third-party license holders. But yeah, I get your point. Either way,
I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it sounds weird to me too, because other ABK games are already backwards compatible now. Like the Call of Duty games.
yeah. But they always were
don't get me
backwards compatible, right? Like it's just that
They
the
have been
servers
for
were
ages.
buggered.
Yes, the servers were buggered, and now the servers all got fixed or turned back on or whatever, and all of a sudden half those games ended up top sellers in the UK.
you wouldn't know
Yeah.
for what platform or why though.
Yeah, you wouldn't know why, because Chris Dring was quite hesitant to mention the term Xbox in his tweet. But I'm sure if it was a certain other platform's backwards compatibility, you'd be hearing all about it. But, you know, God forbid
Well-
you say that dirty word Xbox.
It is a dirty word.
But like I said, man, backwards compatibility. It's the best, for me, best feature of the platform.
Best
best.
bang for your buck, yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Well, hey, it means that you don't have, you can just get old games and you can just play them. You don't have to pay any money for them, right?
Yeah. So good.
Unlike
Speaking of
segue time. Good news. Those Red Dead Redemption rating leaks meant a new port of the original Red Dead Redemption and the Undead DLC,
Nightmares.
Not
Undead
the
Nightmares.
Yeah.
multiplayer.
but not the multiplayer. Was there a multiplayer on the OG Red
Yeah,
Dead?
it was good
I did
there.
not- Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. The things I learn on this show, honestly.
It was great.
Um,
Much like both Red Dead games, it was really good.
But yeah, it's coming out on other platforms for money.
$50 US for
It's
just a
bonkers.
straight up port of Red Dead Redemption. That is insane. And if you
Actually,
have it on
goes on
360,
sale for
Just got it.
$9 all the time. Yeah.
On
And it's
Xbox,
sale
I bought it
the
on
360
Xbox.
extremely cheap.
Yeah. I bought it on Xbox on sale for like $7 Australian or something, or $8 Australian, like ages ago. And I think is it not enhanced on?
It's 4K 30. Yeah, it's not 60. It's 30, but
So it's
it is
not
4K.
60.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
and these ports
So
are
you're
not
basic-
60.
Does it have FPS
Yeah.
boost on Xbox?
No.
Okay, that's not so bad then. like it.
GTA 4, I think, was an unlocked.
Was unlocked. Yeah,
Yeah. So GTA 4 ends up being 60 on the Series X.
Nice.
But Red
Very
Dead
nice.
Redemption, like, $50, and you're just getting essentially that same port that you've got on your Xbox right now that you bought ages ago. And my God, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like no work went into it. A little bit of work went into improving some things here and there, but I wouldn't have thought enough to justify $50. Like,
no.
which means
Not
in
even
Australia
close.
it's probably like $60-$70. I'm like, God, seriously?
Wow. I just nah. Just no.
So that led to a lot of people asking about the rumored remake.
Well, maybe
So-
that's dead, isn't it? I mean, come on, it's not a remake.
No,
it was the
I don't-
port
I don't-
all along.
I
surely.
don't know. I
They're-
don't know.
they-
I
They
suspect
still really want it on PC.
yeah, not just PC, they'd also want it on next gen or
Yeah.
current gen. Like remember, this isn't a PS5 native version. This is a PS4 version that's backwards compatible. And Xbox already has their slightly enhanced 360 version. My guess is this was a way to whet the appetite, gauge interest, and maybe even fund the remake. That's my guess.
It's an interesting theorem.
That's just my personal guess. I don't know that. That's not sources or anything like that. Because I had heard the rumors about the Red Dead remake as well.
Yeah.
And then I saw this and I'm like, that's odd. But then when I saw that it was just a straight up port and there was no PS5 version, no Series X version or anything like that, I'm like, well, maybe this is to help out with the remake.
Yeah. Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know. But then I think to myself, are they pissing people off if they do that?
Well, I'd be pissed off if I blew cash at $50.
And then the remake comes out. Yeah.
And it's
maybe,
like the same price or 20 quid more, and you don't give me anything for that money that I invested. Yeah, I'd be pretty cheesed.
Yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't you? I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, we got a super chat from one of our own because he just wants to plug his review. Look at this shamelessness. He didn't even say, and like the podcast.
Shameless plug, Stray review, Tom.
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Have a good show.
You have to fit it in for you only get a certain amount of letters per how much you
Yes,
donate.
I know. That's why you go to MORO.
Or TMRW.
Yeah, I'm up with the elite speak, mate. And the shortcuts and stuff. Even at my old age.
It's good to see you keeping up with things, mate.
Yeah, not just a pretty face.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good for Red Dead Redemption port. Maybe that will make some money for our good friends over at Take-Two. And I'm going to dot things around because it's semi-related, right? Because they had a kind of investor talk recently, right? And what was the quote? They were expecting significant revenue increases in 2024.
Ooh.
Wonder what would cause that. Do you think it's a Red Dead Redemption port for 2 platforms? Do you think that would give you significant revenue increases, or do you think that maybe
I don't know, man. Everyone thinks that's GTA 6. I'm going to go against the grain here and say I don't think that's GTA 6.
What do you think it is?
Don't know. But it's Take-Two, and everyone just says GTA 6. Take-Two owns a lot.
Yes, they do. Yeah, there's no denying that.
And they have a lot of big franchises and a lot of big IPs and all that sort of stuff. Everyone just like, oh yeah, they're hinting at GTA 6. What if they're hinting at, I don't know, a new Borderlands?
Yeah, maybe. Gearbox are working on something, right?
There's somebody already put that into their, IMDb or LinkedIn, where they said, I'm voicing this character in Borderlands 4.
Yeah. Did someone do that?
What if it's Borderlands 4?
Yeah.
I like the read. I thought the story and the voice acting and the writing was bad, but the actual gameplay was great.
Everyone just assumes GTA 6, but will GTA 6 be that soon? To me, that feels soon for GTA 6.
Yeah, it does.
When did that leaked footage, that super early leaked footage come out? That was only like a year or so ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A year and a half ago, and that was super early for GTA, which is probably in development for years and years and years. I doubt GTA 6 is next year. I could be wrong, but that feels a bit too soon to me. When was the last Borderlands game?
2019? I think 2019, yeah. Oh, no, Tiny Tina is 2020, 2021.
Yeah, but that was like a expand-alone kind of thing, wasn't it?
It was an enormous game. It had a ton of content. It was a full game.
Yeah, but that would have just been built off of Borderlands 3 or whatever. It had its own expansions,
essentially. They're just built into it.
To me, 5 years for a mainline Borderlands game feels about right. No,
it definitely doesn't take that long to write them. That's like a weekend when you're drunk.
A weekend getting high, putting together the script.
I don't know. I'm just saying that everyone assumes GTA 6 when it could be something else. I mean, they could just be talking about NBA 2K and
WWE. That one does huge.
Yeah, like they this is what I'm saying. Like everyone just assumes GTA 6 for some reason. I
don't
could be wrong. It
assume
might be
anything.
GTA 6. Yeah, it might be GTA 6, but I don't know. That 2024 for GTA 6 just feels a touch too soon to me.
Fair.
That's all.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. We'll keep.
I'm seeing some people in the chat that are like Bully 2. I have no idea what happened with Bully 2.
It was a
I have
thing.
no idea.
It was a thing for a while.
I don't know. It was a thing. Then there was confusion over whether I had heard it was cancelled or not. And then, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with Bully 2. I have no idea. Zero idea.
I
would have... Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I tell you, as much as Take-Two are really looking forward to increasing their revenues, I tell you who's not having a good time on the old financials markets of late.
Who?
Sony.
Square. Oh.
Sony.
Yep, there are 2 this week.
Yeah. They are... Share price fell more than 6% after their earnings made analysts concerned about the short-term outlook.
Yeah, but that's for Sony as a
That's
whole,
for Sony.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
And there was
Sony as a
there
whole.
was talk. Nope, there was talk about how after knocking down the price of PlayStation and putting it on sale after having bumped it before, they were disappointed in the numbers it was doing, even though it's selling like crazy. Because in part, it's not selling every unit they ship, and they need that division to kind of carry the company.
Yeah, but PlayStation's been one of the major pillars for a long time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alongside, do they still do the life insurance stuff?
I think that was always Japan.
Sony still do the... Because the life insurance thing was huge for Sony as well, and the camera sensors.
I don't know I don't know what they still do, to be honest, nowadays.
I can't remember if they still do the life insurance.
They still have a website and everything, so yes.
What? The life insurance?
Yeah, Sony Life, it's called.
Yeah. Yes. That's a big... Again, it's not public facing in the same way PlayStation and all the rest are, but it's also a very, very big thing for them. But in terms of consumer products, it's pretty much just PlayStation and probably cameras, and that's it. They sold off Vio. I think the movie division's doing better.
No, the movie division was doing terrible because of the strike. So,
yeah, I mean, they would have had good financials from the new Spider-Man. But that was
maybe they should sell Spider-Man back to Marvel for a lot of money. I reckon Marvel and Disney would pay just about anything to get Spider-Man back. Be a good way to get your financials in order.
You're not excited to see Kraven the Hunter? How about Spider-Woman? Lady Spider?
You know what Sony should do? That's DC, mate.
DC.
You know what Sony should do with the movie rights? With the non-Spider-Man mainline movies? Just lean into how bad they are and make it their thing. Because they're terrible anyway, so why not lean into it to the point where that you're making fun of it and you're having fun with it, and it becomes their thing? Because
they tried it with like Morbius and Morbin Time, but the actual movie was just miserable.
That's right. The movie was just legitimately terrible.
They tried it more with Venom. I think Venom was trying to be fun. It's just bad.
I like the Venom movies. I think they're good.
Mm-mm.
No, I reckon they're fun.
Woody Harrelson was not a good choice for that second movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Woody Harrelson was right for Carnage, but I didn't mind those Venom movies. I thought they were quite fun. Tom Hardy's good.
And the other thing Britt reminded me of is Sony has stopped providing numbers for PlayStation Plus subscribers because they were always going down. They don't give them anymore.
Guess they're hiding them. It's like Microsoft. Hiding those numbers because they don't look nice.
Yeah. Jeez.
And the weird part is that's with them improving the quality of the PlayStation Plus games that they give you as well.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting.
Weird,
which I do
the
find
confusing naming
scheme.
I bet you that doesn't help. People trying to figure out what's what. Like, what is
The
actually
PlayStation
worth
Plus
getting?
Essential and
Yeah.
the PlayStation Plus. Yeah. Maybe. I do find it interesting. You know what could get them some new Plus subscribers?
What?
Day one games.
Mate, you know that's
Imagine
not sustainable. It's not sustainable.
Imagine how many more people they'd get on the top tier. What's the top tier called? Deluxe? What's
Premium,
it
I think.
called? Premium, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. Pretty sure
If
it's
they
premium.
added day one games to that, oh boy, they'd get my extra money.
Bro, you
For
know
sure.
it's not a sustainable methodology. You know this. They've said so.
They've told us.
Yeah. Like, stop.
They've said it themselves.
Are you suggesting that Jim Ryan would lie?
I'm not suggesting that executives that need to say whatever they need to say would ever be not totally upfront about what they say. But yeah. Anyway.
I've just got Rand's voice in my head going, lion, Jim, crying, dance
Lion,
moves.
dance moves, Ryan. That's so dumb. That is so dumb.
I love it.
That is the dumbest
I
thing
love
ever.
how dumb it is. It's great. God bless you,
Anyway.
Rand.
How much stock loss did they actually have though? Was it really that bad?
I've
Well,
got
their
no idea.
goals are extremely lofty. So actually hitting those is very difficult.
No wonder they have such a good relationship with Square. It makes sense. They both set unrealistic, lofty goals and get disappointed when they don't meet them.
I think it's pretty much every company sets ridiculous, lofty.
Well, it's
unsustainable
ridiculous.
goals.
So you get normal goals, but you get ridiculous bonuses. So targets on bonuses for executives are through the roof. Like I think Satya's
Yeah.
was like 70% Game Pass growth. He gets a bunch of money. But the
luck
actual
with that.
shareholder targets are supposed to be realistic. There's supposed to be a guidance on where they actually think they're going to be. And that's why it's so impactful on the stock price if you don't hit it and like you just see things tanking because like, oh shit, they didn't do as well as they said they thought they were going to.
Stock market's the worst.
The stock market's the stupidest goddamn thing on the planet. It's
I
just
know.
a lot
It's
of
the
people
worst
guessing.
thing ever. It's the worst. It's fake. It's all fake.
Always
The
been
whole thing
stupid.
is
It's
fake.
just people's feelings and guessing and manipulating.
It's so dumb. But yeah, speaking of financials and companies with lofty goals that they don't meet,
Yeah.
Square's financials apparently came out as well and weren't the greatest.
Yeah, it was shockingly enough after everything we had heard. Turns out they weren't super thrilled with the performance of Final Fantasy 16.
Oh.
No. It wasn't that they weren't thrilled with it. What was reported was that they apparently didn't hit the high end of whatever their goal was or something. So they must have had a range, I guess, in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't get to the top end of that range or something like that.
It was bad enough where they've lost like over 10% of their stock value
Yeah.
overall as a company.
Funny how that new CEO comes in and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we'll release more games on other platforms.
It's literally, they voted the other guy out in March because they saw Capcom and Sega and all them being, let's be everywhere.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like Sony's money hats weren't enough to cover the losses of releasing on other platforms in a timely manner.
It's just, Sony's, before it really was, okay, it's just, we're really not going to do much on Xbox. So we're going to try and squeeze them as much as Sony money had certain things. The other stuff is just more, we're going to really try and squeeze to get Game Pass money. And Xbox just balked and was like, no, that's an occasional thing. That's not an every game you release thing. And so
Yeah, I
now
know.
they're back to being like, yeah, no, we will be a normal publisher and we will shake hands on the stage and be a normal
Yeah,
relationship.
but the thing is, Sony's money hats wouldn't even be that much anyway. Because Sony hasn't
Well, we saw
traditionally needed to pay as much.
The Resident Evil one was what, 10 million to get like marketing forever on Village?
So they were keeping games off other platforms for a nothing amount of money just because
it was
weird.
keep things off Game Pass and get marketing was like the deal. It's not even keep it off the other platforms on that one.
So dumb.
With which one? With which one?
The Resident Evil Capcom.
No, I'm talking about Square now. I'm talking about Square. They're keeping everything off Xbox and
Square
delaying
keeps things
on
off
PC.
PlayStation. Square things keeps things off Nintendo. They're really weird about it. They
are.
I don't think Octopath 1 ever came to. Did Octopath 1 ever go to PlayStation? I thought it was that one went to Xbox and Game Pass, but then 2 didn't go to Xbox, but then 2 did go to PlayStation.
Yes.
Just where's the logic?
Stuff. Yeah,
where
it's
is
just
the fucking
weird
logic?
Stuff. It's just odd stuff like that.
I'm so glad I don't care about any of those games. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it from a general fan's point of view, and like part of our, I guess our job is to, when we get the chance to ask those questions and try and find out the why. But I'm so glad as a personal player of video games, I care very little about most of Square's output because their decisions just don't make sense. And if you're an Xbox fan, it's like this is fucking frustrating. Now, obviously, Phil's changed that, or hopefully. But man,
and from the way
you just don't know.
People are talking, it's pretty much it was Phil. That only happened because he took care of it himself. And you really have to be one of those coexist. I've got a green, red, and blue banner on Twitter type people who has every console if you want to be able to play every Square Enix game. It's very weird.
It's so strange.
The whole, and I mean, obviously, again, this new CEO has realized, oh, look, Capcom's kicking ass. Namco's kicking ass. Even Sega, to a lesser extent, is doing okay.
Yeah. And Sega's worth more than Square Enix now.
Yeah, I think Sega's actually worth more than Square right now.
Wow.
So maybe Microsoft's looking at both of them now. It's like, well, hey, 2-for-1 deal. Get them both cheap. Get a 2-for-1 deal. Cover all our bases.
You would be so.
I feel it's getting slothed.
Square with Square. My God. You see all these fanboys on Twitter that are like, oh, Sony's going to respond by buying Square, and Xbox is like, and?
How it is.
So what changes? So basically status quo? And Nintendo would be the ones that would have something to say about that. About Sony buying Square, not Microsoft. Microsoft's like, okay, they wouldn't bat an eyelid. Nintendo would be like, excuse me? You're buying who? Mate. Don't worry about that.
Well, Square's finances, Sony's finances, at least Sony have got an option. They've got a quick solution that's going to fix all of their woes, right? And that is this fantastic redesign, rumored, reportedly, which I think was leaked on a Chinese forum.
Tom Henderson was the first to report on a PS5 Slim and a PS5 with a detachable hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the
now
redesign.
Leaked.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a redesign.
Says it's not
and
the Slim.
Well, that's the thing. So this is where I would like to speculate now. So I saw the pictures, and it just looks essentially like the digital PS5, slightly
if one of you
smaller.
wants to share your screen and show that tweet, it's in the doc. It's real ugly.
It's in the.
You're the expert.
Only one of you.
Podcast lead.
I'll defer
share your tab, and you can show the video.
Yeah, I know, but I need to find it.
It's in the doc. You just click the blue link. Those blue texts in the doc are links. I make a link for everything.
He hasn't.
Oh, you're talking about in that document. Oh, right.
Jesus Christ. The document that is our showrunner that has everything we're going to talk about in it.
Yeah. Okay.
That one.
Okay. Yeah. Let me have a look here. Let me share my screen. Everyone. Sorry.
Please produce.
Yeah. Share screen. Where is it? Is it that one? Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's have a look. Is this going to work? Hey, there it is.
Yeah,
now
it works pretty good.
Yeah, so that's the alleged redesigned PS5. It just looks like a PS5, and you can see it there. Like you take the disk drive off, and obviously, it would then just look like the digital PS5. It looks slightly smaller, and it appears to be lighter from how easily that guy is just. Otherwise, he's maybe super strong.
That's just the case. It's not the actual system. He said he just has the case.
That's just an empty case. Well, then that explains why it looks so light to hold. Yeah, because
they've made all their previous. None of their current plates will work on it because it's redesigned plates.
Oh yeah. And I just bought the purple plates not that long ago. I mean, I'm not going to buy this thing anyway, but yeah, I think the confusion comes from the fact that everyone expected this to be a or the Slim, and they noticed that it's not really much smaller. I think it's slightly smaller. I think all this thing is, and I think Tom said this, I think all this thing is Sony saying we don't want to make two anymore. We don't want to make a digital and a disc-based. Let's just make one, and if people want a disc drive, they can buy it. So we make extra money on selling an accessory. So that way they can just streamline everything and just make the one console, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good concept.
Like it'll make... it'll what?
I'm just seeing in the chat, good old Collingwood streamers haven't been showing the video because of copyright strikes to channels.
Yeah. Well, we'll just chop that out then.
We'll see what happens with us. I mean, it's on Twitter. That seems silly. Like, why hasn't it been taken down on Twitter?
I mean, it just says that it's absolutely real if they've been copyright strikes. So
that's right. All you're doing is confirming. You're just confirming that it's real. So anyway, whatever. But yeah, I don't think this is meant to be a Slim. I just think this is meant to be a redesign that streamlines the manufacturing process. So they're just making one console and then making some extra money off an accessory that they sell, which is the disc drive. I think it's a good idea. I reckon they should have done this from the start. They should have done it from the start. Because the digital PS5 was a scam from day one. There was no stock of it. They just,
it was a way to make the price parity.
$3.99. It's all they wanted. They just wanted $3.99 PS5 and then made like 16 of them for the whole world. And then that's all it was. So this would have been better from the start. They should have done this right from the beginning, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just had the one console with the attachable disc drive. Would have been better. Either way, it doesn't matter. I've got one of each in my house. So my son got the disc version and I've got the digital. So I don't need this thing. I've got two PS5s that meet the requirements of that one. But yeah, so there you go. The redesigned PS5. It's not a Slim. Don't call it a Slim because I don't think it's meant to be the Slim.
Don't fall for the marketing gumph, yeah? It's not a Slim.
Yeah. I just think it was just easier to call it a Slim because it probably is slightly smaller. Yeah. That's not to say Tom was wrong or anything. Tom was clearly 100% right, but info sometimes gets lost in translation. Trust me. But yes. Yeah. What else?
Well, what else indeed? So, let's talk about some Xbox news. This is rare. In 2-3 weeks, a certain Bethesda video game title owned and published by Microsoft is coming out. Starfield. And for the since it's launched, you used to be able to get 30 days, your first month for £1, and suddenly, ahead of that single player RPG that could be completed on that free trial for £1, that deal has gone away. It's just 14 days.
Now 14 days. That's a bit dodgy. Come on.
That deal was gone for months. So there was no dollar trial for a while. And then it came back and was a month, and now they're knocking it. It's only been back a little bit, too. So I don't know why it didn't just come back as 2 weeks.
As 14 days.
Yeah.
If they had just brought it back as 14 days, it would have looked less shady.
Yeah, like a year ago, whenever they cut it. I can't remember when they cut it now.
Yeah, if it had come back, if they just brought it back straight away as 14 days back when it came back again, and just brought it back as 14 days, not as many people would have thought anything of it. But they brought it back as 30, and now just as Starfield's about to come out, it's 14 now. That's not a great look.
Yeah, it's
for us who know, but for the vast majority of people, they know no one will know or no one will care.
Yeah, I know.
Corporations will get away with what they can.
Oh, I know, but
they do
still.
It just smells a bit
It's like Netflix. They cracked down on passwords. They gained a bunch of subs, and now Disney's going to crack down on passwords.
Yeah, Disney's going to do it.
Like, oh shit, it worked for them.
So-
People will just sub.
I saw a viral tweet in response to that, and it had the Disney and Hulu logo, and someone responded with a tweet that had the Plex and what was it called? This other thing similar to Plex and MB.
Cody?
Starts with J. No, it starts with J.
I don't know.
But yeah, Plex logo. And I was like, okay, that's pretty funny.
You know what to do.
That's good stuff. But yeah, password sharing, eh? Won't be long before Amazon follows them.
Yep.
And does the same thing. And there's the cable companies. And it all led you back to us, huh? All led you back to us.
Come crawling back.
They're still somehow more expensive.
I said it so long ago. I used to tell everyone in Australia, we've got Foxtel. We've just got the one cable company called Foxtel.
Yeah.
They've been here forever, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I said it when I saw Netflix, and Netflix disrupted everything. But then once a couple of other streaming services started popping up, I'm like, I reckon everyone's going to end up coming back to Foxtel, because it's just your one-stop shop. You pay the one fee, you get everything there. You're not relying on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon Foxtel will have the last laugh. Still reckon they might.
It's entirely possible, man. It is entirely possible, considering the way things are going. Like, the economy's in the toilet. People are conscious and pinching their pennies. You know, like, I don't blame them either. Like, everything's just a bit shit right now. So maybe Foxtel will be proven right in the end. Who knows?
I'd be interested to see.
I was going to say, the economy being bad is part of why I think company like PlayStation's just not selling everything they ship right now, because people don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a cheaper entry level console that no one's also buying. What was I going to say? Oh, now I lost my train of thought.
Where you'll say about I'd more things.
I'd be interested to see Plex's financials.
Yeah.
to see if they're going up. Very, very interested.
Great piece of technology, Plex.
Those lifetime passes that Plex sells, I'd be quite interested to see how well they're doing. If you haven't heard of Plex, can you take my cat? I'll ship her over to you.
Got 2 now, so I'm good.
If you haven't heard of Plex, you should check it out. It's an interesting piece of technology, Plex. I may need to check it out properly for myself. I've only dabbled. I've only really dabbled.
Yeah. I had wasn't it born of XBMC on the original Xbox Plex?
I think so.
So the original Xbox was pretty
XBMC.
No, that turned into Cody.
Yeah.
I think that turned into
XBMC.
Sorry, yeah.
Yes, XBMC turned into Cody. Yes, correct.
I'm with you.
And then there's others like MB and all these other ones, open source.
This is very desperately trying to make money, so I bet you they give up too much for free, probably.
Quick maths question. If you've got like near 300 of something and only 100 people have thumbs, how many people haven't pressed the like button?
Majority?
A lot of people.
What's that about?
A lot of people. Yeah.
Hey, hit the like button, friends. Yeah. It helps us out. The algorithm enjoys it.
Speaking of someone in the chat, look at this. Asante was a part of XBMP.
What? Okay, we need to talk about that.
Oh, XBMP. Does it mean XBMC?
Maybe P is not near C.
P is not near
Xbox
C.
Media Player.
Xbox Media Player.
Do you remember Media Center? With
Windows Media Center? Yeah, that was pretty good.
Can we get K back on the show soon? Like, I've missed K.
Yep. Remember One Guide?
Yeah.
One Guide, man. Shit is everywhere now. One Guide.
Using StreamYard, we can have people join whenever, however. It's a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. What else we got? COD.
Modern Warfare 3.
Are you excited about this? Because there's been some scuttlebutt, right? There's been some. It was just going to be like a DLC.
Like a big DLC. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just like other things, like I suspect Ragnarok was, maybe it did start as a really expensive DLC and just kept growing.
Oh, it did.
And
they said
like
that
directly.
Yeah. They said that. That's why then they said everything you have from 2, like it all carries over. All your guns, all that. Like it's just.
So it probably is just. It probably is just an expansion.
Yeah. They said it was an expansion, and then it became so big in scope. They're like, it's going to be worthy of a full release.
And isn't that nice to just admit that up front?
It is nice.
That's nice. That's good of them to just admit that, unlike other developers that
should actually say the date
anything.
Since that was a story.
November 10th. There you go. Which is later. It wasn't Modern Warfare 2 October? Or am I misremembering?
I don't know.
Was it? No. Why does November ring a bell? I reviewed the campaign for Modern Warfare 2.
Release date.
September 24th, 2022.
Wow. Yeah.
September? So I told you. I didn't think it was November. I don't think COD's released in November for a little while. For a few years.
Coming in hot. Coming in hot.
But this is by Sledgehammer. So Sledgehammer made the original Modern Warfare 3.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing this Modern Warfare 3. So
you have more confidence.
Sorry, I got distracted.
November.
I got distracted by a DM.
The last 2 CODs were November, Nick. Vanguard and Black Ops, Cold War.
I'm
before
asking
2.
a question.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
We might have
getting an impromptu Rumourmill, people.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
The last 4 were September, November, October.
Okay, so it's not completely crazy that it's November.
No.
I feel like November's their coming in hot date, though.
Am I hitting a button, Nick?
I'm asking now if we're hitting a button. Oh. Oh, what? Hold on, maybe we are hitting the Rumourmill button. Hold on.
Whoa.
Vamp, talk.
Okay, we're vamping. Hey, what else is going on right now? I mean, you've got Baldur's Gate 3. I know you chatted a little bit about it. It's just about Baldur's Gate 3 has been an enormous release, by far the biggest Larian's ever had. It was well over 800,000 concurrents on Steam, which is pretty impressive.
They were afraid, because it's been out for 2 years. You could play most of Act 1, and now you get to play everything. And everyone came back, and it's like a 97 on Metacritic.
Wow. Question though.
That's right. Thank you, Zach Riley. How did I forget to mention that in what we've been playing? Quake 2.
Do you fancy doing the review for that, Nick? I know you're a big fan.
For Quake 2?
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't have time.
Oh, okay.
Wow, we are doing a Rumourmill today.
Okay.
Not right now. We'll do it. We'll do it later in the.
Yeah.
We'll do it later in the show, but we have a Rumourmill and it's a bit of a juicy one.
Oh.
Wow.
Brace. Oh no.
Especially given the existing rumors around this.
Oh god.
Now I'm worried. Now, okay.
Oh god.
Nope, I put up the banner.
Oh god. Oh, you're making people sit through Name a Game again.
I just saw the DMs pop up, and I actually thought I was getting in trouble, and then I got a different DM. Where let me screenshot that to add it to OneNote before I forget.
Wow!
And thank God you're not.
Okay,
that's what I do. That's what I do. I have to take screenshots of stuff to remember.
Because you're old.
Because I forget everything because I'm old. People think I'm joking. No, seriously, I forget shit. I honestly forget a lot of stuff.
I'm not judging you, bro. Okay, well, there's not a huge amount of news left. I did see, before we move on from Baldur's Gate 3, I did see like this weird...
Did we talk about Baldur's Gate 3?
Well, we did. Yes, while you were telling us to vamp.
I was. What? What did we talk about? Baldur's Gate 3.
It's extremely high review numbers and it's extremely large player base.
But here's the thing. I saw some good old fashioned weird Twitter drama on this. In that there was some article from IGN that was like devs are scared that now they're going to be held to account or some nonsense.
I know.
Can someone clear the air for me on this? Because this sounded fucking bonkers.
It was destined, and I think overall it's not a bad video. There's some parts that are like that frame it poorly. On the whole, it's no, not really. But then it does showcase some tweets in ways that I don't think is the best, and like always, the clickbait headline just completely makes you not know what the actual video is going to be about. So some people are reacting to the content of the video and saying no, still no, but most are just reacting to that freaking headline, which is a lot worse than the video is.
Shock. When are we going to learn about headlines? When are people going to stop doing silly clickbait stuff? Anytime soon? Anyone? I don't know. Okay. Well, that's good. As long as it wasn't actual legitimate drama. Because who likes drama? Apparently Twitter does.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Devolver Digital is holding their first Devolver delayed showcase. So is this a good fun joke about how
it was like a 3-minute long trailer about how the Plucky Squire, among many other games, is coming next year now.
Oh
yeah. So they had some games that were getting delayed to 2024 and
good.
Yeah. You guys should play the goddamn RPG time, The Legend of Right.
I know.
Concept.
But it still wasn't released everywhere, was it?
I think it's in the UK one of those. Now, but no, yeah.
That's so weird though. Like, why purposefully not release everywhere?
I have no idea. It was like a 2-man Japanese team doing it, so who knows?
Wow. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Well then, last few bits, and this is a fun one to talk about. So before we get into it, Halo Infinite got a mid-season quality of life update. Some good stuff
Apparently
in there.
It's a pretty good one.
Honestly, I know people like, Halo's dead. It's always dead. And also, it's never dead.
Don't worry, mate. My boy Pierre, Pierre knows how to fix games.
And honestly, like, if you're a big fan of Halo 3, they've got Squad Battle in Halo now, which is basically some really solid, like, Halo 2, Halo 3 era OG big teams, so 8v8. To go off and play. Some incredible forgers have made some really clever stuff. Probably my favorite is the Zanzibar remake, Cassini Bay, which is really good. Like, genuinely, check it out. It's cracking. But then, there's other classics in there as well. Some good general improvements, some store improvements. There's a new map that the Forge team made internally at 343 called Dredge, which is kind of like a Halo Infinite riff off of Countdown, which was a Halo Reach map, if you're a Halo Reach fan. It's got some differences for the sandbox, but it's pretty good. Forge has got some bug fixes. We got a cool reactive water plane, which you can place like a certain distance from any hard surface, and vehicles and bullets and grenades will splash and it'll actually ripple and deform. Very cool for immersion. So I immediately put that on some of my existing maps. And folks know I've been doing some secret things in Forge. Hopefully you'll see what they are at some point soon. Hilariously, someone did actually just share it on Twitter. Like, it's not a secret. Like I'm making a thing, obviously, but I was not ready to talk about what I was making, and I had published it to share with someone that's working on it with me, and someone on Twitter just was like, "Oh, look at this," and just posted a screenshot of it. I'm like, "Fucking dude, can you delete that, please? I'm not ready to talk about it yet." So yeah, but Halo Infinite not dead. Actually, probably the best it's been since launch. If you're any,
it's still the gold standard for free to play microtransaction monetization setups.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Like I don't always agree with their store prices. I think some of them are like, but overall,
they're still
like,
way less than average. And
yeah.
your battle passes never expire. They don't do FOMO on the event stuff where it's always. They don't do FOMO on the store. The event stuff's always free. Like it's whatever.
It's hard to complain about this stuff. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, go check it out. Go check it out, people. Halo was fun. Halo was fun times for everybody involved. So
I haven't beat Season Pass 2 yet.
Wow. You got some catching up to do, bro.
I'm on like level 70 something. I go back, I'll do a bit of double XP, try and beat a few matches, go up a few levels, and then because there's no tactical Slayer. There's hardly anyone playing tactical Slayer.
Honestly, there are other modes that are more interesting. I think the worst thing about I know, and this is the worst thing about any modern Halo game is as soon as Infection comes out, it's unfortunately where a lot of the population go, and it's really depressing, to be honest. Like genuinely depressing. Like I hate Infection unless it's like a one-off fun thing, but to just play it over and over and over and over, boring. But yeah, whatevs. Last two pieces of fun info. Forza Motorsport came out, did like a developer thing.
The Forza Monthly.
Yeah. They showed off some stuff, but they also talked candidly about what was coming and what wasn't coming. And effectively, and keep me honest here, they talked about how split screen isn't coming at launch.
Yeah,
right?
Split screen is not ready for launch.
Right. And they talked about how the spectator mode in certain, like I think it's in feature races or something like that.
Featured competitive multiplayer. So there's no spectator and there's no AI for featured competitive multiplayer mode. But
Jesse, that sounds very distinctive. Would anyone have got the wrong end of the stick and made a big drama about this?
They were definitely slothed where it was just no split screen, no spectator, no AI. And that's all people got. Ignoring the fact that spectator and AI were by choice, and he explained there are just technical reasons why after updating all of their systems and redoing all their physics and it essentially being a new thing, they just didn't prioritize split screen because I imagine it doesn't work great. It never worked that good.
I wonder if split screen would be more common if we only had the one Xbox console.
Oh, don't do it. That's what everyone's been dramatizing about all week long.
But it was a very long stream with a lot of really good news that just became about Series S sucks again.
Yeah. And it kind of coincides with the Baldur's Gate 3 devs going, yeah.
Halo didn't have split screen. Now Baldur's Gate, they're struggling with split screen.
The split screen worked fine on Series S and X. The split screen on Xbox One was atrocious looking.
Yeah, of course it would have been. I said that stupid console should have been ditched years ago. And all of you were like, no, you can't ditch Xbox One. And I'm like, yeah, you can, and you should.
I wish they had to.
You fought against me so much on that one.
I fought against you on the reality of it. Like, it's not going to happen, dude. Do I wish it? Yeah. I think I said so at the time.
Yeah. I would argue I was proven right on that one.
I wonder what
keeping the
racing
Xbox
games
One was a bad move.
What big realistic showpiece racing games have had a really good performant split screen mode lately?
Mario Kart.
That's not a big, good-looking performant game.
Yes, it is.
It is performance.
It has a beautiful massive art. It's got a beautiful artwork. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not
competitively performant. Yeah,
runs on a friggin'.
I got a lot of people upset on Twitter about my views on how Forza Motorsport looks, and some people who are more reasonable are seeing what I'm seeing. Like that latest video of in the rain, something looks off about it, and I think what people are saying, I'll note the people who are being reasonable on Twitter are saying is that it's some kind of ambient occlusion thing around the car, and it almost makes it look cel-shaded. Almost. Like it's this weird, it's like a dark line all around the car, And maybe it's a visibility thing. I don't know. But
What, like for accessibility kind of thing?
I don't know.
None of the other cars
It
had it.
just-
It was only so it's a very short section of this this week's live stream, which was at 1080 60 and a really dog shit bit rate, and I don't know
Yeah,
why.
but I watched the 4K one you sent
But
me, and it was still there. It was still there.
It's not a 4. There was, but the 4K one was just wet. It's like it wasn't the rain. It was not the same
I
thing.
know. I don't
That
know
was
what it is
clobberland
about
anyways.
Forza Motorsport. I don't know what it is about Forza Motorsport games. I don't know what it is. They look good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not for 1 second saying they are not good looking games. I'm just saying there's something not quite right about them in the lighting and the rendering. I don't know what it is. They just look like really good driving video games. They don't look. Anyway.
They don't look right.
I've pissed people off.
Okay.
There's just
Well,
something
let's
not
not upset anyone else. All right.
quite right about how they look. Not Horizon, not the Horizon games. I'm talking specifically about Motorsport now, not Horizon. Horizon doesn't seem to suffer from the same issue, which makes it even weirder because they share tech. It makes it even more strange that Motorsport only has it. It's just weird. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. No, Marmalade. Drive Club. Don't even get me started on Drive Club. My God, seriously. Yeah, let's base how Drive Club looks on some dude's post-processed GIFs that don't represent how the game actually looks when you play it. God, I remember playing Drive Club, waiting to see this game that would rip out my eyeballs with how good it looked. And then I played it and I'm like,
Oh,
what? I'm like, this is the game that everyone was like creaming their jocks over. I'm like, it looks like a decent PS3 game. I'm like, but this doesn't look like those post-processed GIFs represent at all.
oh.
My God, don't even get me started on Drive Club. Jesus Christ.
We already have.
Yeah.
The way people
Yeah.
hold a candle for that game and how it looks, man, I'm like, Jesus. Yes, The Order, which has also been getting a run lately thanks to digital. The Order, still stunning. The Order, still a gorgeous game. Rise, Son of Rome, still a gorgeous game. Drive Club was never a great looking game. I don't know why everyone kept hyping that up. That was just whatever, man.
Okay.
You,
Well, tell us how you feel.
yeah, if you thought my takes on Forza Motorsports looks were bad, wait, don't let me unleash on Drive Club.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. We'll do our
Anyway.
best to keep you calm, bro. Like, we'll do our best. Okay, that's it. That's all the news. You know what it's time for? Yeah, it's
Is it
time
really?
for hey, chat. If you like what XboxEra does, you want to support us, you can head to patreon.com/XboxEra to pledge your support, or alternatively become a YouTube member right here. One of the benefits of being a Patreon, though, which is I'm doing this so that Nick's got the time to look up who we're playing for because we forgot to do it before we started this week.
No, I did.
Oh,
it
he's
during
on the
week. Thank you very
ball. Oh,
much.
look at
I
you.
did it
You're
during
on
the
the
week. Thank you
ball.
very much.
Okay, well
Yeah.
then it's time for Name a Game.
Not podcast lead for nothing.
I hit the button,
Well.
but I've got a cat in my arms now.
Oh no, we're just going to
All right, I
sit
hit the
here,
button.
not hitting the button. Okay, thanks. Yeah, as a
It's
benefit
easier that
of
you guys
being-
get to see it.
Oh. Yeah, it's nice that we get to see it. As a benefit of being an XboxEra patron, you get to have Nick and I act as champions for you every week, randomly, and you get a chance to win a game. Nick, who are we playing for this week? Because you did it earlier this week.
Yeah. We are playing. Well, I'm playing for Townsend.
Townsend.
County
Yeah,
Send.
Townies End. Townies End.
Town
Townsend.
Wyatt's End.
Yeah. And John is playing for 99 Ruken. Yep.
All right.
99
Name a
Ruken.
game.
What's the
He's
theme?
gonna
Oh, wait, I
yeah.
haven't buzzed in at all because I haven't checked private
Yeah,
chat.
neither
I didn't
have
even
I.
think to
Yeah, neither have I.
Let me make the buzz in the interview.
Yeah. I'm in Buzzin. But
I'm giving you the code. In normal chat, and everyone can play.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. The category this week is video game for our editor-in-chief. Video game set or having levels based in the United Kingdom.
Ooh, exciting.
All right, and the nice thing about this one is so everyone gets to see it at the same time. I can't really
Delighted.
have a scoreboard though. All right, number 1 is
Okay.
the Leonardo cipher.
So hold on, what's the topic?
Video games are levels based in the UK.
Okay, sorry.
The Leonardo cipher. John.
The Leonardo cipher.
Was there a game of this? Because the only thing that this makes sense to me is the Da Vinci Code.
Correct.
Is there a game of the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah, I was thinking the Da Vinci Code, but I'm like, is that a game?
Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing, but okay.
All right, that is, and I can't keep this up all the time, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it, it didn't put it. Well, funnily enough, you can't edit them when they're up too, but sick 1, Nick 0.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
And boop, boop.
I had no
All
idea.
right,
I need to go
number
find some
2.
footage of the Da Vinci Code.
Didn't know that was a game either.
Number 2, pretty long, and I don't think either of you is going to get it. I hope you surprise me. It is 0 persons survive for eons. An infiltrator in danger's direction.
No. I know this. I know this.
Oh,
I know
hell.
the first part. I don't know the second part. I know the first part, but I don't know the second
Yeah,
part. So I'll
I
give
want
John
the
the
whole
second
thing.
part.
Yeah, I want the whole thing.
Oh, 0 persons survive for eons.
Yeah, an infiltrator in danger's direction. I don't know that last bit.
0 persons survive. So
Is the first 2 words one word?
No.
Ah, then I don't know what it is.
Dude.
Then I don't know what it is. Then
0 persons.
I have no
That's got
idea
it.
what it is.
But funnily enough, Britt, that's not enough. That phrase you've said is in 2 games. I want which one that is. I mean, these guys aren't going to get it anyways, even though we've done it before. It is.
I know the first part.
Say it, 'cause-
Can I say the first part because neither of us is getting it?
yeah, you're not getting it. So say the first part.
No one lives forever.
Yes, but
Okay,
no
so it's a
one's-
Bond game.
No.
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 There was a game called No One Lives Forever.
Oh,
There were
okay.
2
I just don't
games
know
that
the
had
second
that.
part.
So the first No One Lives Forever game was actually called The Operative: No One Lives
Yes.
Forever.
No One Lives Forever.
Then the sequel was No One
Ah.
Lives Forever: A Spy in Harm's Way. And that's this one.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know that. I just knew the first part. Do I get half a point?
All right. Oh,
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, No One Lives Forever, but I had no idea.
Right.
I have never
Still
heard of a spy in harm's way.
1-0 Sicca Mechanico. The next one is Boulder Strap 2. John.
Rock Band 2?
Oh,
Correct.
Rock Band. And in my head, I'm like, rock something too. I'm like, rock something. Rock. I didn't even think of Rock Band. Oh my God.
That one deserves a shot.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Didn't even think of Rock
good
Band.
juice. Okay. The next one, which I gotta get up in here, which could be a 3-0 win for John, who loses all the time like a big loser. It is. Buzzers are cleared. Everything's good. Pavement Pummeler 2. Sick.
Street Fighter 2?
Oh
Correct.
Nick, what is going on with you today, bro?
my God.
Knockout, bro.
This was a home game for you, Joe John, you know?
Jeez. Like, come on. Street
I'd
Fighter
set things-
2? Nick?
I would set things in Australia, but it's literally just Mad Max, and that's about it. Bluey. If they got a Bluey game.
They're
Game.
going to do a blue game.
Goose Game. Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, is it set in
Dead
Australia?
Static Drive. Dead Static Drive.
Are they set in Australia though?
I don't know. They're developed here.
Yeah. I know. Even something like that friggin' Johnny game that was on Game Pass. Artful Escape.
Forza Horizon.
That wasn't set in Australia. Yeah, you get Forza Horizon 3.
Forza
All right,
Horizon 3.
For funsies.
For
The best
Franzies,
Forza Horizon. Oh, not really the best one.
99
Killers-
Rookin, don't forget to reach out to
Killer's Vow organization. A very popular franchise.
Yeah, again, I reckon I know this one too. But I don't know the second part.
Well, what
Killers-
one would have been set in the UK, Nick?
Killers.
Assassin's
Wow.
Creed Syndicate.
Correct.
Yeah, nice.
But John's already won, so these are for fun. So we're going quick. And the next one is, and there's a rumor mill coming up next, Apex COG.
I'm buzzing. It's not cleared. You didn't clear the buzzer, and I'm buzzing.
Oh.
Top Gear.
Correct.
Nice, nice.
And it's a really bad game.
If only these questions had been ordered
I
another
know,
way around.
I know, but
Right? Do you know what I mean?
these should have been at the start, and I would have destroyed you.
Unlike that for John too, where he gets all the late ones and you get all the early ones.
Yeah, I know.
All right, next one is 2 words. Really, a word and an acronym. They are Crash, acronym for more resolution. There's no way for me to do a synonym for the second part.
No. Ah, shit. I don't. Shit.
Wow, I don't know.
It's on the tip
Memory
of my
serves, this is a PlayStation franchise.
tongue. Yeah. Shit.
Starting the, well, no, I'm not even, we can't do desktop audio, doesn't matter. It was Wipeout HD.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Try and be quick so we can get to the rumor mill everyone's really here for. We have Direct and Defeat. Russian Warning. Oh, Nick.
Command and Conquer Red Alert.
Correct.
Nice.
Hell,
Damn
I
it.
can get them all now that it's over.
Yeah.
Last one is
I got that one before he even finished saying it. I had that.
Well, you can read it now, yeah. So the last one is simply this. An asterisk.
What?
I want to see if anyone in chat can get this. You get this in chat, message me on Discord. I'll give you a friggin' free game.
An asterisk.
Just first person. Only one.
First person. An asterisk.
Can I? Do we have
Asterisk.
some kind of clue for this?
Asterix and Obelix.
Okay, well, yeah, John got it. Asterisk.
Oh,
Yeah.
asterisk. An asterisk.
Asterisk. All right.
Asterisk.
No one
Sorry,
gets a
nobody got it in
game.
chat.
No
Yeah,
one
John
gets a
got it.
game. Fuck you all.
And John got Stray
Okay.
already, so he's good.
Do I get a game? Oh,
No, I gave
got
you
Stray. Okay.
Yeah.
I won the
All right.
post game.
Yeah. You picked yourself up off the mat and came back strong, but the bell had already rung. Yeah.
Yeah.
And John didn't get credit for that last one because he didn't buzz.
Oh, fair.
All right,
Well,
so I
try
guess
and
I'm
do
going to hit the next button now.
Well, I'm good. That was the
That's
wrong
the
button.
wrong button.
I'm going to go get some vape juice while you press the right button.
That's the wrong button. Stop being an idiot.
Okay, fine. don't know why it's saying no audio.
Okay.
We could all hear it, right? We all heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was out of the room. I was humming. I was humming it to
Oddly
myself
enough,
to time myself how long it would take me
The
to get my
chat's saying
juice.
there was no audio.
Oh,
I wonder if that's
weird.
because we. So I'm going to try again.
We
real
showed the
quick.
PS5 video.
It might,
yeah, we've
you know
already
what it
been
might be?
copyright striked.
It might be because we were jumping through videos a bunch and something broke. So let me just try it one more time, a little bit, and see if it gives audio for people.
It's the Rumourmill. We've never heard that before.
There, just play a little bit.
I got audio.
I got video. I got audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening to it on the stream, and that was fine.
There's
there's
audio
audio
now. Okay, yeah. So that was the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Apologies. It broke because of my tomfoolery.
Rumourmill. Impromptu Rumourmill. I actually thought I was getting when I saw my Discord go bloop, 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 I thought I was getting in trouble for something I said. And they were like, this thing. I'm like, hold on. Can I say something? And they're like, okay. So, Rumourmill, Jesus. Now, when I said earlier I was a bit funny about this one because I had heard I had read online existing rumors about this game. That's why when I got this, I was like, well, this is interesting. Now, a lot of you will remember a while back, not Jez, was the original source of Persona 5, 4, and 3 Persona coming to Xbox. Persona 6 is another game coming from Atlas. And that's why I thought it was funny, because I had heard the rumors of Persona 6. Sony was trying to lock it up, apparently. That's what I read on Rosetta and other places, that Sony would lock up Persona 6.
Are you
Not
telling me
according
it's
to the-
not locked up
Not
now?
according to the DM I just got. I just got a DM that said it's coming to Xbox day one. Persona 6.
That is a change in fortunes.
Yeah, that's the rumor I just heard. /
Wow.
DM I just got.
So it's
Just a
interesting.
second ago.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, it feels a lot of people will be like, oh, come on, Phil, give us some Japanese games, or indeed maybe Sarah Bond, but it's clearly paid off. Like, it's clearly the effort to go out there and be like, seriously, dudes, what the fuck, has paid off.
Yes, and I've already seen in chat Game Pass or just Xbox. They didn't say Game Pass. They just said Xbox.
I mean,
Nothing about Game Pass.
brand new game on Game Pass.
Yeah, I was about to say the brand new Persona 6. That would cost a pretty penny to get Persona 6.
They've been able to get everything, but they're not getting they didn't get Last Dragon or Like a Dragon Ishin. They didn't get the next one,
the newest.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think you'll find new games on Game Pass, like day one releases from third parties, will typically be new IP, because Game Pass is an instant get people on board with this IP button.
Now, again, remember everyone, the people that like to dig their heels into me and hang shit on me, it's the rumor mill, not the announcement mill.
Yeah.
Because I see some of the stuff people say, and I see some people say, he's not a journalist. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a journalist.
You've never proclaimed yourself to be.
I've never proclaimed to be a journalist. I'm not a journalist. I don't vet anything. This isn't my full-time job. I've explained what happens. I get DMs from people I trust, and that's all.
They are just rumors. They are unverified rumors. So you can't get mad about it.
That just happened to come true a lot. They just happen to come true a lot.
Are we talking about guesses?
That's the DM. I just got it when you guys all saw me reacting. I just got it now, and that's what they
I
said.
see Mash in
Persona
chat.
6.
We're not
Day one on
journalists. Like we don't do journalists. Like journalists,
because
are
I'm not a
going
journalist.
out. Yeah, he's just having people
I'm
tell
not.
him stuff. He's not going out.
Journalists
and
go
finding
to
it.
school. Like,
Yeah.
there's a degree in journalism that you can get. Like, journalists are generally highly educated people, and not even always journalists. There are people like who may not have a journalism degree, but this is their full-time gig, so they put a lot more time and work into it. And Jez has said he doesn't go with anything unless he sees a document. Tom Henderson would have his way of doing it for Inside Gaming. Tom Warren, again, I've said from day one, I'm not a journalist. I'm just a pleb dude who has people that are kind enough to send me stuff. You know, all these people. You know, I've been getting screenshots and videos of Forza Motorsport for like months. Like I've just been sitting on this trove of screenshots and Forza Motorsport videos that I have not leaked.
And Xbox will never leak them because we don't want you mad at us. We admit it.
That's true.
I can't leak them because they've got stuff on them that gives away where they came from.
Xbox key 3 all over it. I'm kidding.
They say Corey Barlog. Because, yeah, they've got indicators of where they came from. And when I get that stuff, I don't leak that stuff. Just like that Skull and Bones
Ubisoft thing, yeah.
document that we got like 2 years ago.
Man, that was that was the fucking real deal as well. Like, I really wanted to share that.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You made many games happy.
I saw the chat get very excited about that. I thought that one would get.
Oh yeah, because that's the worry that it's per Sony again. Like people have gotten used to. Hey, I can play.
Well, that's what I had read. I had read online that people just assumed or were expecting or had heard or whatever. What?
So Persona 5 Tactica is Game Pass, but even the Persona 3 remake isn't. So Persona 6,
yes,
I highly doubt it would be.
No, again, I didn't get told Game Pass. All I got told was Persona 6 will be there day one on Xbox.
DM that to Sloth before he tweets. Exactly what to type. It's worth it.
Oh, Sloth. Oh, Slothy boy.
You better not say Game Pass, because I didn't say Game Pass.
Doesn't matter what you said or didn't say sometimes.
That's not what getting slothed is. You know, you got to learn the lingo.
But I mean, I already know the reaction to this anyway. Oh, that's not an easy. That's not a hard thing to guess. That's not a hard thing to guess. If they got the other personas on Game Pass, then yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. What?
Are you in B-Dub's DMs right now reading that?
No.
Man, I'd love to share a spicy DM with B-Dubs, but I won't. I won't share a spicy DM.
I took important screenshots before stuff got deleted of DMs with certain mods and admins.
Yeah. Man, I'd love to tell
you
that
transition into showing me what those are?
No.
Anyway. So.
There you go.
That's the Rumourmill.
That's pretty good. It's a pretty good one, mate. Nice impromptu Rumourmill. Please thank your...
Out of nowhere. Just, I saw my Discord go... Thought I was getting in trouble. But I was not.
Good.
Luckily.
Well, that was a nice highlight to end the show, and now we can focus on our Patreon.
Notice none of you guys talked about a short show, and we're just flying along. See?
Oh, look
Don't
at
talk
that!
about it.
Yeah, super short.
Wow. Okay.
Holy
the new rule is
it's not an Xbox heavy news one, so.
I guess community questions is now going to go for 17 hours.
Oh, let's hope for like 3 questions. 3 questions.
It's more than that.
Come on. 3 questions. Let's
8,
go.
I think 8 or 9.
But hey, look, chat, if you would like the opportunity to make this show go on for 4 hours, you too, as a Patreon member, can get access to the super secret Patreon lounge where they can bug us with community questions. It should be community question, right? 1. Yeah, but often we get written essays, entire diatribes of their thoughts and feelings towards the video games and markets that they exist in. And you get to keep this show going for like 4 or 5 hours. You know, what's not to love? Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You can support us directly, get cool t-shirts and stuff, and make this show really, really long.
He corrected me. So that is Game Pass, but the new game...
Metaphor Fantasio.
That's not. So new things not. Old things, yes.
Okay.
That's something. I was just on Reddit now and saw a rumor related to Modern Warfare 3. Would have been interesting to talk about back when we were talking about Modern Warfare 3.
So stop trying to make this show longer. Like now you're breaking the system. Yeah?
Oh, it's just an interesting rumor.
What is it?
Damn.
Go on, you started now, so you might as well finish.
It's saying here that Modern Warfare 3 may be priced at $40 or offer a discount for Modern Warfare 2 owners.
Oh, well, it does make
Interesting.
sense.
Lends more credence to the whole, hey, this was a big DLC that we just turned into a full game. Like
Does
Miles
lend a
Morales.
little bit of credence to that, doesn't it?
Yeah, like Miles Morales.
It doesn't need credence. They said it themselves.
Anyway. So yes, community questions.
Can't show them on
Are we ready?
screen right now. Apologies.
Oh, well. It'll make it harder for the timestamps. Okay. Jesse Brother. Go Kiwis. New Zealand approved ABK. I thought he was going to say go Australia. Go Matildas. The Matildas got through to the semi-final of the World Cup. The FIFA
I highly
Women's
doubt
World
he
Cup.
has any idea that there's a World Cup even going on.
We may be playing England in the semi-final of the World Cup, which would be very huge. And our Prime Minister has said that if the Matildas win the World Cup, we get a public holiday. So I'm like,
Nice.
go Matildas. Anyway,
You can hope.
hello, John, Nick, and Trevor's brother. Just so you know, the reason I've been the first Patreon comment the last few weeks is because I noticed the thread usually goes up about the same time as the podcast preview gets uploaded. And because that usually happens early morning on Thursday in the US East Coast time, and I happen to be an early riser, I'll hop right on and post something. Even managed to get ahead of Hytham G. Oh, and Jess, saw you on Jeff Grubb's Game Mess once again. Glad your internet is working again. Score another one for Grubb's favourite member of this podcast. Bye-bye. No
Thanks,
question.
Travis.
No question.
No question. Just a nice statement. A statement of,
Just a little dig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little
Just
dig.
a little stab in the belly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, a little prick.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ooh,
I cried.
it stings.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Hi, the G. Down to 2 more regions, the Aussies and the Brits, for ABK to be approved. But let's hope it gets done ASAP. And if you gents were a Seth Macfarlane cartoon character, as in Family Guy, American Dad, and Cleveland Shoe, but I'm sure he's supposed to say show character, who would you gents pick and choose as your Seth Macfarlane character? P.S. The character Jesse can be is Scruffy the janitor from Futurama. Well, that's Futurama. And Travis, because you're lucky you were first to ask a question, but who am I to argue?
He didn't actually ask a question, so Hytham, you actually win still, on a technicality.
You're technically the first question.
And
You're
what's
just not the
technically
first
correct?
Comment. Yeah.
The worst kind
Technically
of
correct. Which Seth MacFarlane? I don't know. Probably.
You're Meg.
I don't know. Nah. Me? No way am I Meg. Meg. Shut up, Meg.
Put a bogey
Shut up,
on your
Meg.
hat. Meg.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not Meg. I would be. I don't know who I'd be. Maybe. No, not
I haven't watched any of
Probably
his
not
shows in a
Stewie.
very long time.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched most. I've seen
Cleveland,
all
I
of them.
never really watched the show. American Dad, I watched.
And
Oh,
for
maybe I'd
Cleveland,
just be the dad in American Dad, probably.
for Cleveland, none of us are black, much like most of the voice actors on that show.
Yeah,
Mm.
that show doesn't exist anymore.
You are the alien from American Dad.
Maybe either the dad or the alien, one or the other.
I don't want to be any of them. They're all awful, awful people.
Okay, Quagmire.
American Dad.
Yeah,
has
okay,
its
I'll
own-
be Quagmire.
giggity, giggity. You
Look
don't
at
want to be
this.
that neighbor. You don't want to be that
Wow, that's a
neighbor
good one.
in Family Guy, the one that goes, "Hey guys, how you
Oh, that's-
doing?" You know, the one with that
me.
voice.
That's right here.
Hey guys.
Oh, we got super chat from our best friend.
Super chat. Hey guys, here's a fun question. If you could replace someone on the podcast, why would it be Nick? And who would you replace him with?
Kaya
Can't
Sante.
replace me. Can't replace me, mate.
Oh, Blazers.
Oh,
You
Ran-
replace
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Team
You
Randolph
replace
Thor.
me. You replace me, and the show loses everything.
Oh yeah, I guess if we need a big name that's going to draw people in, damn. No, oh no, it's Alex. We need
You get
to
a
replace the
lookalike
lost-
then. You get
we got to
you get a less attractive.
energy.
Yeah, you get a less attractive lookalike
Oof.
if you replace me
Oof.
with Alex.
Wow.
He's probably.
I'd love to
I don't
go
know if he'd be
4K.
live right now. Yeah, lose me. You lose. You just lose too much. Our lowest viewed episodes are the ones without me. People have spoken with their
Yeah, because-
eyeballs.
Yeah, you go in and you click refresh on them on all 5,000 of your Gmail accounts. We know what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So I guess I'd be the alien or the dad, I reckon. If I had to choose.
You're
Not the
incredibly
neighbor.
skinny, so
because-
the alien.
Yeah. But the alien's got a full-on beer belly.
You'll have that eventually. You're Australian.
Nah, I'll never have a beer belly. No chance.
Mhm.
No chance. I would
Once
have had
the
it by
world-
now. I'm 43.
Once we've gone through reverse climate change and everywhere is cold, you'll be so depressed that you'll just start drinking nonstop.
No.
Yep.
No. I can
Oh, yeah.
show my slight abs here.
Oh, what a mean line from Barry Donnellan.
Bland Althor.
Bland Althor. That's very
That is
accurate.
unnecessary. That's unnecessary
Very
slander
accurate. I mean-
towards the Rand.
When Rand I said when Rand eats food, he extracts the salt so that it loses all flavor.
Would you want to replace someone? So if you're going for someone with a ton of pull, they've got a big audience. Would you want to replace Nick with Dreamcast Guy?
No, rather die.
Man, imagine going from
I feel like
from this, mate. Talk
I think the
about
better question is if you had to replace a cast member, you'd have to replace the Brit, the Australian, and the Yank. Who, pick another Brit and another Australian and another Yank to take their place. That's a trickier question, but yeah.
Mm.
I also want this show to
Mate,
end in 10 minutes. so-
talk about downgrading from your ex.
Oh God.
I'm that hot ex that you always miss
Oh God.
deep down.
The fourth guest, Nick's ego, just eating.
I'm
up
like
all
two.
the
I'm
air
like
in the
two
room.
people. I'm like it's like we've got 4 people on the show.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. Big Low 25. Microsoft Xbox exclusives always seem to have this weird status effect where people complain anecdotally that MS isn't marketing the game, which is happening with Starfield, but happens to any Microsoft exclusive. But that's not true. What do you guys think about the perception of Microsoft marketing? Well, Big Low. If you'll recall, there was a rumor mill a couple of years ago, remember? About Microsoft marketing Starfield. And they did. In 2021, when they originally probably expected it to release, they marketed Starfield quite heavily in 2021. Do you all remember that? You
Yep.
couldn't watch a YouTube video without a Starfield ad. You couldn't, because again, I'm pretty sure the game was meant to release in 2021, which is why they had such a big marketing budget for it back then.
Yeah.
Again, that doesn't stop them marketing it more now. I'm just saying that there was that rumor mill where they where the hell is my thingo about it? My OneNote.
And you're just
Yeah, my
purposely
OneNote.
shop. You're
No, I'm
you're
not.
doing
I'm
some
trying to
fucking-
find my D. I can't even find. Didn't I?
We know he's
take-
not
didn't I put
purposely
it into
dragging.
my
He just
OneNote?
can't shut up, John. He just can't do it. He cannot
Where
do
the
it.
hell is that? Oh my god! Did I not take any OneNote of it? Oh my god!
Oh, vamp. Some music.
Seriously?
It's okay, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
That is so annoying. Now I have to find all that info about Starfield marketing to put it into my OneNote.
All I would say is, they marketed the hell out of like Redfall, and you got to bear in mind Bethesda is marketing this. Microsoft is for sure going to help.
Yes, the one thing I
But-
think I can say is that we're working with Bethesda. Like my review code request went to Bethesda. It did not go to Microsoft.
Yeah.
But also, I think they've started to realize you really need to market it when it's out. That's when you push hard. You push a bit beforehand, and they probably did an insane amount of work on the Starfield Direct. But up until it's out, it's just kind of you hit people with it. They like, oh, that looks awesome. When can I play it? Oh, 2 months. I don't give a shit. I can't play it for 2 months, and then they forget. So most people are real busy, and when you want to hit the mainstream and not us uber nerds, you wait until launch.
I agree.
So annoyed with myself.
Me too.
See what I mean?
But for many other reasons.
I forget to put so much stuff.
You got to just start, Nick. We make a community OneNote. I'll go in. I'll learn your system. You tell me everything. I know all your secrets, and I'll get it all in there for you.
Put that in my OneNote. How did I forget to do that?
I don't know.
Anyway,
asking me.
I mean, I've said for years that Microsoft's got a little bit of a marketing problem.
They put so much more time and money into figuring out what does and doesn't matter for marketing that I just don't care.
Yeah,
like I don't give a shit. They know better than me, and I
Game Pass. Game Pass makes marketing slightly less of a priority. Slightly, I'm not saying it's not a priority at all.
I think it shifts also. Like it's also shifting to, hey, you can play this right now. You just sign up for Game Pass, you're in. And I do think that is very different than you can give us $70 right now and be in. It's a much easier proposition for people who are like, oh, I can spend $1, get a couple weeks, and test this out. And it's a very different overall thing than I really need to sell you on the FOMO of buying this outright right away.
Yeah.
Wow, those shots are hitting me hard. I'm going to stop talking so much.
Okay.
Next question. There's water.
Nick. Next question.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to be mad about He's going to be mad about his OneDrive the rest of the show.
Oh, God only knows how much more I've bloody forgot to put in there. Okay. DeoGame. Quake 2 came out this week. I'm so annoyed I forgot to mention that as part of.
Let's talk about it now. It's really fun.
What have we been playing? Quake 2
really
came out this week. Too. It does. Multiplat again. Seemingly no contractual obligation like Quake 1, which was under LRG and Night Dive contracts. How do you think Xbox will handle remakes like the rumoured Oblivion remake? Where do you think they draw the line between legacy and driving people to their ecosystem? It looks like these remakes, they'll probably leave the multiplat as a goodwill gesture. That's how it
if they came out,
to be.
Like so the first one had to because of the contract. So if you're doing the second one, why not? Oblivion did eventually come to PlayStation 3, right? And it was like a shitty port. So like if it was there, maybe I think it's more likely. It's not a guarantee. I just think it would be more likely.
Quake 2 is so good. I've been playing that, so I forgot to mention that I've been playing Quake 2.
We should do the 8-player split screen because it's so stupid and fun.
I know, it'd be crazy 8-player split screen.
Let's all fly together.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny though that the Xbox version's the only one with 8-player split screen?
You know why? It's because it's the only one that supports that many controllers easily, and I don't think the Switch could probably do it.
No,
that's like why Turtles.
The PlayStation only supports 4, but the PlayStation only supports 4-player split screen.
That's why Turtles was the new Turtles game was 6-player on Xbox and PC because you could have that many controllers.
Yeah. But yeah, Quake 2, God, that's my favorite Quake game. So soon, I downloaded that straight away and started playing it.
A little off topic. If you're looking for a very fast shooter like that, there's one coming out. It just came out on PC, and I was going to review it, but I don't know the date for Xbox. Turbo Overkill, which is like a very colorful, cyberpunky boomer shooter. Really goddamn good. Keep an eye on that one once that hits console.
Okay.
Coffee just arrived. But yes, Quake 2 took a little bit of adjustment with how fast it is. It was like, whoa, this is fast. Took about 5 minutes, but once I got adjusted, man, I was just back in that flow. Man. Quake 2. I remember Quake 2 was that first Quake 2 to me felt like that first game that forced people to buy video cards and upgrade their PCs. Because I know that that's a standard thing now. 3090, 4090, blah, 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 blah. Quake 2 was like, remember Voodoo? 3D effects,
Yeah.
Voodoo cards? Like, Quake 2 was that first PC game to make people, like, upgrade their video cards on their PCs. I remember, because of the textures and the lighting. And I remember I just used to sit there and, like, I'd shoot from the pistol and you'd see the light follow your little bullet. And I used to freak out about it. I used to be like, oh my God, look at that. Like, the light is going with my little projectile. It was just amazing. Quake 2. And I'm playing it again, and I'm like, man, the level design in this game is, like, off the charts. It's, like, such good level design. Your enemies, like, you'd shoot an enemy, and chunks of them would come off, but they'd still be coming at you. Or
It was like, it was the
giblets.
original... It was kind of what Doom Eternal pulled from with their whole demon falling apart as you shot them system.
Yeah, and like some of the enemies, they all react differently to the way they're shot. Some of them go down on like their knees and they try and get like they look up at you and they try and get one bullet off, and that bullet will hit you. And then the big dudes, you shoot their head off, and all of a sudden they just start firing their gun randomly everywhere, and sometimes that will hit you. Just cool dynamic stuff like that. And I'm like, man,
I miss that
forgot
kind of stuff in games nowadays.
yeah, I forgot how ahead of its time.
Did you play Doom Eternal, John?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I know that exists, but like I remember like in early like Perfect Dark on the N64, like you could shoot a guy in the leg and he'd like hop
GoldenEye.
about. GoldenEye
did it.
GoldenEye had the first version of it, but Perfect Dark nailed it. Like you could shoot a foot, you could shoot the hand, and the gun would go flying off, and they'd like go and find it and come back.
GoldenEye did that too.
You need
Did
to
it?
go play Tears of the Kingdom. That's a game really based around that type of physics interactivity.
Yeah, but it also means.
Oh yeah, I've gone back to Tears of the
John.
Kingdom a little bit too.
John, you have an incredible PC. You can play it 4K 60.
Oh, I could do a lot of things, Jesse. I could do a lot of things with my time.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Dashboard watch. No, I still
No.
Funny story.
NRX.
All three
Y'all get the new
Xboxes in
dashboard
my-
yet?
All 3 Xboxes in my house now have it.
Still don't have it. I haven't
I
checked
don't
my
need
kids'
this.
Xboxes. I haven't checked my kids' Xboxes, but my Xbox.
Is
Still
this a
don't have it.
fucking joke? Are we being trolled? Like
If you
right
want to
now?
get it immediately, join the beta ring of the Insider program.
It's
You
the
will
worst dashboard rollout I've ever seen. Hey, it's available to the public. Maybe not.
It's being slowly rolled out over time. But if you join the beta ring, you get it immediately.
Ice cream. Spicy no. If Rand is Rand still there?
I see no new dashboard.
He is. Rand is still there. He's still there and watching. I want Rand to jump in just to say spicy no. That's it. I get him.
That's
to jump
all he
in.
needs to do.
He says spicy no and then jumps back out. Hold on, I'm going to send him the link.
God. Spicy. No.
Spicy no. Hold on, where is he? Okay. Let's see if he jumps in just to say spicy no. Okay. Next. First time community question asker
Ooh.
and fairly recent patron SelfishxBurrito.
He is a member of our Discord. He was talking for a long time, liked what we did so much, he joined. Thank you.
Wow.
That's great.
It's awesome to
Catch
hear.
the movie podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving if I jump in.
Oh, God.
But then but the whole point is for you to just say spicy no.
Spicy no.
That's the whole point. Okay. Hey all. First time, long time. Question for Nick.
I'll
You
see you
two
later.
can do your own thing. This is a question for the talent. Have you ever had a rumor sent to you by an unknown/new person or source that when checked with a reliable source were told false, but then it actually turned out to be true? Here's the problem with this question. Because I forget to put so much stuff in my OneNote, there's a chance that this has happened and I just don't remember. If so, do you message the reliable source about it or just chalk it up to them personally not knowing? How do you approach further messages from the person that had the right info? Broken clock is right twice a day after all. If this has never happened, you can take it as a hypothetical. Edit. Actually, another one here, if you'd be so kind, Nick. I'm a lapsed footy fan. Being from Ireland, with the time difference, it's just too hard to keep up. I have family in Perth, so I have the Eagles, even though my family there are Collingwood fans and their son is Hawks. Last time I properly followed was a few years back, but the Eagles were good, and now I see they've got 2 wins out of 20 games. Yeah, they're terrible. Did Kennedy and the boys all retire, and they're going through the growing pains of a young team? What's going on? Okay, first question. I believe that has happened, where a source that I've had for a while said something, and then another source said, a new source said something else, and the new source was right. Yes, that has happened before. And again, it happens all the time. That sort of stuff happens because people hear, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is why I don't know why people get so upset, especially at me when I flat out tell people how I get my information. I don't know why there's so much vitriol.
You're very annoying.
My guess is that the people that give this info have different roles and different positions in these companies. Like, I don't know. So I've had someone who is on a dev team on a game send me stuff about their game before. Why they did that, I don't know. I have another person who works at Microsoft. I've mentioned them before. I don't know what their position is. They protect themselves. I don't know their name. I don't know their role. I don't know anything. And I assume they do that to protect themselves just in case they think I cave and tell other people who they are. But I don't know how high or low they are in Microsoft. Some of the stuff they've given me wasn't quite 100% or was mixed up info. And then someone else told me something about that same thing that was right from them. Like, it's just... they're all different. Some people that send me stuff are just, it's third hand. Some people are QA testers that send me stuff. That's how I get a lot of my screenshots and videos of things. They come from QA testers. I don't know how much more transparent I can be about this stuff. Yeah, it has happened. It has happened. And you chalk it up to, I don't know. I don't know what to chalk it up to. Like, the info comes from people in varying positions in places, and it's, I don't know how to explain it because I don't know the background of everyone that sends me stuff. I don't know how else to say
I do
it.
know now the Microsoft folks that listen to podcasts are like, okay, he's confirmed he's works at Microsoft. Scan the rooms, check all
They know
DMs.
that though. I've said it before. My guy at Microsoft, I've said it before. I didn't know.
Are you
Microsoft
lying?
has-
Is it maybe a lady? Are you that deceitful and smart?
Oh, maybe I'm covering my tracks.
Yeah, I mean, we know you're not. We know you're pretty. I mean, I wasn't going to say you're dumb. Nothing else.
I didn't know that Microsoft has people that watches these podcasts. I didn't know that.
You know who did kind of know that and worry about it? These two guys who have to work with Microsoft PR all the time.
I didn't know that Microsoft has people dedicated to watching these shows, looking for stuff like this.
I admit, I was pretty annoyed after I found out about your shenanigans on the predictions episode in June. God damn it, man!
That was some bullshit, Nick. Like, it's got to be said. That was some great
God damn it!
At least the whole
Wouldn't it be cool if they did like a cool crossover? Like, I don't know, June? That would be so weird. That's really specific, Nick. That's really oddly specific.
You know a game I want to see? I want to see something called, like, I don't know, 33 Immortals. Like, if you're going,
oh man, can you imagine? Can you imagine if I'm like, what if some developer just came out with a game and they called it 33 Immortals? That would be hilarious.
So full of shit.
At least I'm not that dumb.
Creamy shit.
Like games that have never been announced before.
Oh,
at least you could pass off the Monkey Island and the June thing as just really good,
barely
clever guesses.
No, you couldn't, mate. That's
Mate,
fucking
no.
BS.
You say the moment you say clever, we know it's not a guess from you.
Yeah, we know it's a fabrication and a lie.
And anyone watching, please, Nick and I don't fight. I'm teasing. We're friends.
Yeah. A lot of people go, "Oh, why do they hate each other?" It's like they actually don't.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's
not like Rand said.
20 minutes after I was shooting the shit.
Like Rand said, Duckwing Duck.
Things change.
This
They
is the one time
legitimately do.
nice OBS where I could put Darkwing Duck up.
Yeah, I know. But like the stuff legitimately changes, and these companies legitimately respond to rumors and leaks. People don't have to believe that, but I'm telling you they do. I'm telling you 100% they do. Ask Jeff Grubb. Grubb's already copped it at least once or twice, like with Metroid Prime.
I don't know how
That
big
Metroid
this
Prime remaster. That Metroid Prime remaster had been ready for ages. Why Nintendo sat on that thing for so long? I have no idea.
Hey, John, Nick, here you go.
Ah,
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck. Metroid Prime 2 should be soon, I think, too. Second part of the question. You should be a Collingwood fan, SelfishxBurrito. The Eagles, now I don't know if Risket for the Biscuit's watching because he's an Eagles fan. The problem with the Eagles is they won that flag, that ill-gotten flag against us in 2018.
Nobody cares.
And decided to re-sign all their aging stars out of happiness. They got carried.
All right, John, start reading the next question, please.
Have you muted Nick?
That is part of the question. That is part of the question.
Yeah, but
it's the second part of the
cares.
question.
There's like 300
Doesn't matter.
of you who cares.
It's a community question. Nah, it doesn't matter.
Honestly, they're friends. They like each other. I swear. I promise.
They re-signed all their aging stars, and now they're suffering for it.
Really?
They copped it in COVID. They copped it during COVID, and now they've kind of given up. And they're just rebuilding now. They're doing a total rebuild.
That makes total sense.
They're gonna suck for a while.
I got you, buddy.
Okay, Hugh. Next question. It's not even a question from Hugh. No question this week. Just Sega. That's all he's got.
Nice. Oh,
Man,
God, it's another one.
Can't wait for Sega to get acquired. It's going to be so good.
Who's Sega?
Can't wait. azuwizu. My question is for Nick. Man. God, I'm popular.
God, folks, like, come on. Like, don't feed this ego anymore. Like,
Have you heard
creating a monster?
that song by, we should play, I mean, we'd get copyright strike, but we should play that song Popular by The Weeknd. It's a good song. Popular. Popular. It's a good song. I like it. I like that song. Okay. Okay. My question is for Nick and others too, who has been in favor of exclusivity for COD. Hell yeah. I understand the argument for exclusivity. How could you not? It's such a logical one. However, as an armchair CEO, I'd rather keep my competition dependent on my product and use my biggest IP to crush any new IP that the competition can come up with. Well, I can understand that argument too. You lose a bit of money and bragging rights, but on the long term, you have a better chance of controlling the market. Thoughts? P.S. Yes, I know anything can happen, and despite having COD on another platform, a new IP can come up. The idea is to try and increase your odds of success. That's actually a pretty good argument. I never thought about that. Like, keep COD on there and use it as a way to stop anything else coming along and challenging it. It's actually a pretty interesting point. Never thought about that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Never thought about that.
It just makes. I
still think they should make it. Yeah, I know, but I still think they should use it as a tool to destroy their competition. Otherwise, why spend $70 billion? You don't have to like that opinion. Like I see people get so upset when people say stuff. It's like it's just opinions, and my voice. Like, I understand getting upset at someone who's like got clout in the industry and whose voice matters. Don't get upset when I say it. I'm nobody. Don't get upset when I say it. My voice has no clout. It has nothing. To me, it's just logical. You've spent $70 billion to own Call of Duty. Your console is coming distant third in the console war. Use COD to get yourself to number one. You spent $70 billion. Do it. I know they're not going to. That's fine. Whatever. I'm just saying that's what I'd do. That's all.
I just had a thought, Nick. That's been the same bag control every time.
Yeah, I know.
There. And an empty bag.
Yes. It's an empty bag. Why? It's smart. It's smart. Because what happens if I run out? What happens if I run out and I can't get another bag for a while? Then we have no background. Where now it doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't happen. It doesn't matter what's happening with my control situation. That bag is always there, and there's always a bag of control in the background. Anyway,
I don't know. Here you go.
Yes.
Super chat from your friend.
Super chat. Good old Collingwood. Nick Song. Carly Simons. You're so vain. You probably think this podcast's about you. You're so vain.
I want to
liked
hear
that
you
song.
do a karaoke version of that. With that
I
lyric.
used to be able before my balls dropped. I used to be able to sing real well.
Oh.
Back in the day.
I was a choir boy who was very good at singing in the choir.
Yeah, fun story. I used to be able to sing real well.
I was a
I
metal
once had
singer, and you can find my stuff on Spotify. If I told you the band name, you'd be able to find it.
You really don't want to. Just kidding. Another super chat.
Yeah, I once had someone make fun of me because they said I sounded like Mariah Carey.
Beautiful, bro.
When I would answer the phone, they would say my mom's name. Oh, hey, Jackie. And I was like, no, it's Jackie.
Okay, Mohammed Sherez. Missed the stream. Had to teach a new guy at work. Hope it was a good show. It's still going, right? You're all awesome. Nick is even awesomer.
Fucking hell.
I mean,
This is
outside of
man.
that, and that guy's your favorite fan. I think I get the sentiment, though. It's like if something's still live, but you've missed almost all of it, you just wait till it's done and then you catch up. It
yeah.
feels weird to go.
Maybe we should create a Patreon tier, a new one that's even crazy expensive, and call it Nick's Best Special Fan Club.
Only fans. Only fans tier. Only
No,
fans
Nick.
tier. And this stuff just starts to creep up a little bit.
Oh, God's sake.
We're already monetized. Oh, no.
Please, God.
It would
Just
just
get
Please.
the
Would
gun
be called
show. The gun
Nick's
show comes
Bricks.
out. Oh, the gun show.
You've got nothing there.
Hey,
Like
gotta
a
keep
baby's
lean
arm.
as you get older. I never said I'm big. I don't claim to be big. I'm just lean. I'm trying to stay lean in my old age. Because you know what happens? Here's the trick. Here's the trick. Right? Kidneys. Here's the trick. If you get big, guess what happens when you get old? You sag.
Oh, we get the blame. Look, we use StreamYard and the audio's bad. It's not always me. Eat shit. It's StreamYard this time. They
No.
said stream is bad. Look at chat. That's like, oh, the audio is horrible.
Yeah. It's not us.
Guy is all botting. Yeah, it's not us.
Okay.
It's either StreamYard or
Oh, yeah,
Whatever.
YouTube.
Oh, well. Quick, before the show falls apart, let's do a community question.
it's already falling apart. No one can hear us.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
only Jesse's audio is bad. You're fine.
So it is.
It is you.
So it is
Perfect
Jesse.
connection. I don't know.
We should test. Jesse should temporarily leave the stream for a second, see what happens. What happens? Because you can jump out and jump in real easy. Leave for like 15 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
everyone's audio is bad. Okay, it's huge.
Yeah, I was listening to it. It's everyone. Let's all. I do anything? Probably not. I'm
Okay.
gonna guess no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't make a difference.
Let's all
Okay.
refresh. Everybody refresh.
Really?
No, won't that destroy the stream?
No, it's going through StreamYard, idiot.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm here alone. I'm not going to refresh. Fuck the system. I'm going to tell everyone. We're going to lie. Tell everybody you're refreshed. Well, mine loaded really fast.
SSD. Have you got a PS5 SSD in your computer?
Yeah.
It's fine. We're good. It's back.
Okay. Next question.
See, even through StreamYard, it can mess up. You don't get to make fun of me and my internet anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, where were we?
Next question.
questions.
Omen.
Yeah, community questions. Omen. Anyway, I'm going to work on an OnlyFans tier just for all of you, mate. That content in there.
You know what I'm gonna
Yes,
call it on the
that's
Discord?
What?
It's gonna be called. So we have the roles for everyone. It's gonna be Nick's Pricks.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look how saggy he looks now, because he was so big, and now it just all sags. I won't sag because I'm not huge. I just want to stay lean and tight like a tiger. Tight, very tight like a tiger. Austin Powers, gold member.
I have not seen that movie since it was new, and it was very bad.
What? No. Back then, the Austin Powers movies were hilarious. Come on.
1 good, 2 good, 3 bad.
Nah, 3 was funny. Gold member was hilarious. I love gold. Put it in the skin box. So good.
We almost had a short show, John. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
It really is dragged out.
I know.
I told you, community question's going to go for 17 hours. Tight like a tiger. Now, Omen. Hi all. Lately, I've been thinking about the golden age of Nintendo 64. See, it's another question for me. When we got Perfect Dark and GoldenEye back to back. However, then I realized that we're probably going to get 007 from IO Interactive and Perfect Dark from Xbox. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
It'll actually be good this time, though.
So my question is this. Which game do you think will be better? The next 007 or Perfect Dark? Ooh.
You guys didn't play much Hitman, did you?
Yeah, I played a fair bit.
Not a lot. No.
Hitman was great.
Yeah, it was incredible. So I'd be fine if either of them are better than the other because they're both still probably going to be fantastic.
As much as it pains me to say it, right now I'm going to go with 007, only because IO has a track record and the initiative has nothing. They've never released the game as yet.
Yeah.
So
Crystal Dynamics have, though.
No, I know, but I'm guessing that initiative are sort of overseeing Crystal. Yes,
well, yeah,
Crystal is a fantastic
the initiative guy overseeing them is literally the guy who worked at Crystal.
At Crystal. I know. I'm just saying, technically, and technically correct is the best kind of correct, the initiative has not released the game yet. So we can't just assume that Perfect Dark is going to be fantastic because we have no idea.
I'm assuming that this is the unofficial sequel to Rise of the Tomb Raider, which was incredible. I said it.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is the best Uncharted game. Still. Rise of the Tomb Raider is... And that is how you do... Like, that's my ideal modern AAA game. It's not bloated. It's not too big. You've got these open hubs that are... Oh, God damn, Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's a game I'd love to be able to play for the first time.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Really close to it. I've replayed them all. Shut the fuck up. I've replayed them all recently.
I'm still working through Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's not as good as Rise.
I said it's close to it. I didn't say it's there, but it's pretty close. And graphically, in the way they did all that stuff.
Graphically, it's nice. Graphically, it's very nice.
It still pushes modern hardware pretty hard. John, we're going to go another 3 hours.
Bloated. No, there's only one question left.
We'll stretch it out.
But yes, Omen, I'm going to say 007 right now. Even though I'm more excited for Perfect Dark and don't have much interest in the 007 game at the moment, odds are the 007 game will probably, right now, I'm going to say will probably be the better game. Okay, last question. Good old Collingwood. Happy International Cat Day. Wednesday the 9th. Oh, was it? I have a cat. To John, Nick, and Jesse's Moggies. John, following up from last week's question about meeting people at Gamescom, will you be meeting people on the professional side, i.e. publishers, developers, or perhaps in the Xbox suits? Perhaps giving Phil Spencer his own copy of the Xbox book?
Yes to all of them.
Okay. We've gotten a lot of Gamescom emails. A lot of people.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely meeting, and I've already got Wednesday's probably the most jam-packed day. I will be heading to FanFest, so if any XboxEra podcast listeners spot me at FanFest, feel free to come up and make me feel uncomfortable and awkward by going sick and being overly familiar with me, even though I don't know you. That's cool. But yeah, there's meetings we're having with game developers. I will be going. I'm not allowed to say about what I'm going to say. I'm going to go see something really cool. You
can just say you have cool things scheduled.
Cool things scheduled. I do. There's other cool things scheduled specific to XboxEra, which are about.
We're hoping to be a real boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn us into a real boy. And they're they're probably the most like personally super invested in. Like I've been on my best.
You're up at
sad
night,
face.
crapping your pants thinking about it.
Yeah, like there's a lot cooking, right? But I do want to hear from everybody. Like, if there's games out there you want to see some stuff on, like I'll be recording footage. I'll try and put the video together. Meeting up with some of the other Xbox community. So I know the midweek Mix Up podcast crew are out there, Wandering Dutch and Co. Gaz from what's called Game On Daily is going to be there with his pals. I'm sure that's going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, definitely looking forward to meeting some Xbox folks in the flesh again.
Getting Robody again.
Robody.
We haven't done a single thing too. I have no idea why it keeps breaking. Everybody refresh.
We've pushed the 2 hours window.
Yep.
Well, that's the end of the community questions anyway.
We still got refresh so we can say goodbye.
Okay. It's going to refresh again.
Yeah. I'm not going to do it, guys. I'm not refreshing because it worked last time, right? So just keep up the lie with me, okay? Man, mine gets me in here so much faster.
I was first. I was first. I just pulled my SSD out of my PS5 and quickly installed it into my Mac. And look how much faster I came in this time.
I mean, John, I am looking at the feed of what you're doing, so.
Nick, you were not first because I never left. I didn't leave the first time.
I don't know. On my screen, I jumped in first, and you two came in after me.
Oh, well. Yeah. Anyway, chat, it's been a blast. Another successful episode that was short and then, as per usual, long again. We'll be back next week.
We've got lots coming.
We've got loads. Go on, talk about what's coming to the site that you can talk about. What's coming?
Tomorrow, there's a review from Ursel about Stray, which just at Xbox. I have Shadow Gambit coming. That game releases on the 17th. We're hoping we'll get to cover Immortals of Avium, Sea of Stars, Starfield, Armored Core 6. John's going to be at Gamescom. We'll see about all that. But yeah, it's an incredibly busy 3 months. I have put in request codes for pretty much everything. I might not do Madden this year. I don't know. We'll see.
Wish us luck, Xbox fam. But remember that your support enables us to go do all this cool stuff, right? And if there's specific things you want us to cover, call it out. We'll do our best to accommodate as always. But spread the word because we want to grow. We want to make this a real boy, like we said. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, I did put it in my OneNote. I did put the Starfield thing in my OneNote. I just labeled it wrong. I labeled.